Nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
Greetings, universe! My name is Orbital Bacon, and I am certified G1 and a real freaking prime. Welcome to another live stream. It's Wednesday. We're halfway through the week, but I know you can make it because you're all made of sterner stuff. Wooga wooga and booga booga, bim bams and flum bombs. What's going on? Hopefully everybody's doing well. We're halfway there, living on a prayer. We can make it to Friday, all right? We can make it to Friday. I never had a doubt. What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you're doing well, having a good week so far. All right, we're going to be kicking off another edition of Channel Surfing here. We've got WrestleMania running wild this week, all right? For anybody that's new here, we do this every week at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Wednesday, and we have a different theme every week, all right? So a different theme. So if you tune in one week and you're like, not my particular cup of tea, we'll try again next week. Maybe it'll be something you like. Although the past several weeks, I mean, we've been having a really good streak lately, the past several weeks. Whoa, let's go. We got a visit from the Gyat Fairy there from Painting and Rambling.
Luchador Jank. He made 54 movies. This is the only one I've ever seen.
Let's go. Thank you. All right. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Yeah, what was that? That was like the Road Dogg and Badass Billy Gunn, right? the New Age Outlaws. That was their intro.
Rockin' Chad.
Let WRASSLEMania run wild on you, Bacon Brothers. He is an all-American wrestling legend, the Michael Jordan of wrestling, to get us pumped up.
Oh, let's go. Michael, I wonder who you consider that to be.
The Cleaner, fast forward to 043.
Thank you, Hieoni. Let's go. All right, ticket to ride on the BOOGA train there. Just also, since the super chats are starting to come in, a quick little update here. You might have seen it if on the screen. Maybe you noticed it. Maybe you didn't. I don't know. I upped it to a $3 chat read there. It was previously $2, but I had to up it to $3 because we've been going like 4 hours plus on these channel surfing streams like every week. That's the average, is like 4 hours or more. We even set a record at 5.5 hours. So just to, just to make it a little more worth my time, I had to bump it up just $1 there, okay? Just $1. Not only that, but we deal with a lot of trouble when it comes to copyright stuff. And tonight especially, WWE, they're like the Disney/Warner Brothers of wrestling. They'll block every little thing they can. So I'm going to have to make sure that we keep the clips a little on the short side, or if they're longer, then, I'll have to, maybe skip around, pause, do a bunch of commentary. We don't want any interruptions. We don't want the stream getting interrupted due to copyright issues. We saw that in the, I believe it was the Action Hero theme, because there were a lot of movie trailers and a lot of movie clips, and some of them were so awesome that I was just letting them play. Whoa, T-Bone Tony, getting us mesmerized. We're getting mesmerized with that dance there.
Only one super for me, make it count, D.O., a waifu wrangled in wrestling ring.
Let's go. Thank you, T-Bone Tony, man. Appreciate it.
I have a confession to make. Not only did I become a fan of wrestling later in life, but I prefer the style of lucha libre than that of the WWE. This show, and its mighty warriors, introduced me to it.
Oh, nice.
Ultimate Warrior did a commercial.
The Ultimate Warrior. Oh man, we're gonna hear from all the greats tonight. I've got some clips lined up for you guys, and Ultimate Warrior's gonna show up. We got some Scott Steiner. I wanted to, I was trying to go through and pick all my favorite promos, but I'm like, man, we'll be here all night, just the clips that I would get. So what I decided to focus on was some stuff that gave us the birth of some memes here. Some are memes that are pretty well known, and some of them are a little bit more specific to the Orbital station.
This has got to be the weirdest match between Hulk Hogan and The Undertaker.
Let's go, Tavern's Pull with a KO. K's out. Let's go. Thank you, man. Yeah, so the theme tonight is anything wrestling. We've done a wrestling theme before, but it was really early on, one of the earliest channel surfing streams, and focused solely on commercials. Because wrestlers, if you know anything about wrestling, then they love to shill products. Love to get that sponsorship money, right? 1-800-CALL-ATT or call collect. I think they did both. I think like WCW was doing the call ATT, and then WWE wrestlers were doing the collect. I don't know. It seemed like there was a bit of a war, not just the Monday Night War. There was a collect call war, but there's a whole bunch of stuff. Chef Boyardee, Slim Jim, of course, Slim Jim. All sorts of things that they have appeared in. And that was the focus of the last one. And we didn't even get through them all. So, you guys feel free to send in commercials tonight as well. But I'm also expanding it out. We're going to do really anything. So if you got a favorite match, a favorite promo, a favorite appearance, it doesn't even have to be commercials. It could be like on a talk show or in a movie, TV show. Hulk Hogan, he's done a bunch of movies, things like that. So, yeah, really, the sky's the limit. Space is the place, and the sky's the limit. Ooh, yeah! All right, I'm already channeling some Macho Man right here.
One of the best wrestling origin stories since Kane.
It's gotta be Kane! Let's go. Thank you, Prince of the Abyss, getting a ticket to ride on the BOOGA train there. Let's go. Oh, and Warwicked, too.
Ballroom Blitz.
Oh, Ballroom Blitz. Oh yeah, I hope we see some of those special matches. I hope people send in some of those really crazy Vince Russo matches, like Buff Bagwell's mom on a forklift. I don't think anything will ever top that. I don't think any match ever, past, present, or future, will ever top the Buff Bagwell's mom on a forklift. So yeah, we could send that in. We could even do some music videos tonight, because wrestlers have also had a little dabble in the music career here and there.
1:32 and 35 seconds to 1:32 and 55 seconds. Lots of wrestler cameos, but the Rose McGowan scene is most memorable.
Oh, is that some Ready to Rumble? Did you just send in some Ready to Rumble right there? Let's go. Let's go. So yeah, that's I think you guys got it. You know, I never had a doubt. Never had a doubt. You guys always understand the assignment, okay? And the Baconeers, they do their homework. So it seems like we're going to have a really good batch of clips here to go over in the second half of the show. And like I was saying, for anybody that's new here, we do this every week with a different theme. And this week, obviously, wrestling. So it can be really anything. And the first half of the show, I go over a few clips that I prepared for you guys. Not too many, you know, it's always, I say first half of the show. The second part is really way longer than half the show. But first segment of the show, I'll go through the stuff that I prepared for you guys. I found a couple of my favorite promos, not too, you know, just one or two. And then I wanted to show you the birth of a few of the memes that we have here. Even if they're well known outside the Orbital station, you know, they take on a new life. They take on a new life here, including Super Chat. Speaking of Super Chats, you know, we've got our own pop-up here. I'm going to show you the origin of that, okay? We're going to get to the origin of that as well. Actually, a couple of them. Now that I think about it, we got a couple of them. A couple of origins for the Super Chats in here. And then we'll go into the second part of the show where we go over all the clips that you guys have been sending in. We'll go through and watch those. I may have to skim through a few depending on the length of the time, and I definitely need to pause it and do plenty of commentary because, as I was saying a few minutes ago, we don't want to deal with any interruptions in the stream, no copyright stuff. WWE, they're kind of like Disney. They don't really like sharing any of their stuff on YouTube unless it's very heavily edited and or lots of commentary over it. You know, if you guys are familiar with OSW Review, they show plenty of footage, but they don't really have the sound and they talk a bunch over it and everything. So you have to work around it. You just have to work around it.
Austin's cameo on the Dilbert cartoon.
Yes, Chester Stevens. I was hoping somebody would send that in. All right, I was hoping somebody would send that in. Let's go. Let's go. I have a good feeling. I have a good feeling. I think you guys are going to send in plenty of good clips tonight. Probably going to see all the ones I was hoping to see and then some. Maybe even some ones that I haven't seen. You guys always find some crazy stuff too. So, you know, hopefully I'll see some stuff that I haven't seen. But before we get kicking off here, let's take care of business. We got to say hi to everybody in the chat. Appreciate everyone showing up tonight. Ready to catch that wave. All right, surf's up. Who's ready to catch a wave? Let's go. All right, let's say hi to those of you in the chat. You know what to do. Put that bacon in the
got
sky.
to fight sort of, but didn't get a decent wrestling scene.
Sorry, I was like kind of talking over your super chat there, but thank you, Fading and Rambling. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Look at that bacon flying up into orbit there. Put it all up in the sky. Let's see who's in here. We got Bloodwork, for crying in the mud, Bobby. Everybody run. It's Bloodwork. We got No Name, OVA. We got 4444 Lowbrow. Kinzo's Creations. What's going on, man? Nocturna is mine. We'll get into the squared circle. We're going to have Waifu Mania. The championship is on the line. DJ Craze is in here. We got Richard Hooper. In Zeru, what's going on? We got Sane Adam Hale. What's going on, brother? Blazing Vulpix. Storm Shield is here. Let's go. Input Emitter. Abnormal Edits. We got Warwicked in here. T-Bone Tony. T-Bone. What's going on, T-Bone? We got Sean Dodson. Hunter Batista. Hey, that's an appropriate name there. Batista. Let's go. We got 46 Savage. Prince of the Abyss. Man, look at all those blue wrenches. Those are channel members over on Coffee. Help keep the station in orbit. Really appreciate it. Let's see who else we got in here. Ricardo Vasquez. We got Toonhole John. Neo 007. We got Hieoni. Hail. We got Taverns Pull. Hail. We got Wolverine. We got Beer Drinking Dwarf. What's going on, buddy? We got Loki Thorson. Zahira Smith. Howdy. Let's see who else is in here. I got to scroll down, man. It's going crazy. We got Leave Me Alone, Please No. We got Astro Knight, Chester Stevens, hail. We got Electric Monk, one of the Monk Avengers, the Monk Force 5. Let's see who else we got. Lynch 85, hail. We got Duo Maxwell. We got Ronin X. Yeah, Rip to Sabu. I heard about that recently, so I guess that makes it, you know, we were going to do this theme last week, and, you know, it would have been kind of sad hearing about it right after. It's still sad.
Loki _ Thorson, this one's for you.
Oh, Taverns Pool giving one up for Loki there. But, you know, now we can do maybe a bit of a tribute or something. Let's see who else. Nicolas Cage, where are you? Uh-oh, Nicolas Cage is glitching out.
Woo, bacon emoji.
Woo. That was the weakest woo ever. Oh, man, Ric Flair would have booed that woo. That was just a little woo. Come on, kitty. You got to be like, woo! Let's go. Let's go. All right, let's see who else is in here. We got Sneed in here. We got Geek Goblin. What's going on, buddy? It's good to see you. Let's see. We got J-Red Trex. We've got Alchemy. We've got Burning to... Man, I don't know. This is just a bunch of letters and stuff, but welcome. Glad to see you. Let's see who else we got in here. Yeah, Fever. Nicolas Cage Fever. Apparently he gives the super chat a fever. Doesn't even want to pop up. Let's see. I think I might have caught everybody. I don't know. It's skipping around on me. If I missed you, just put something up in the chat there. I'll give you a shout out.
And now, a brief history of Lucha by one based essay with a familiar sounding name.
Oh, nice. Nice. All right. Prince of the Abyss, big fan of Lucha there. You know, I know you said that was what you preferred to WWE, but he's giving us the whole, the history, the lore, the Lucha lore. All right, let's get into it. All right. And then also shouting out the stream boss here, T-Bone Tony with 40 hit points on that health bar. Will he remain champion for the night, though? I don't know. It's still anybody's game. Anybody can still come in and deliver a massive super kick to T-Bone, knock him right out of that chair. So let's get the pizza rolls raining. Let's get the waifu swanging, and all hail T-Bone Tony, the current stream boss. All right, let's go. Let's go. All right, hopefully everybody's doing well, having a good week so far. We're halfway through, halfway there, living on a prayer. So we're going to get into it. We're going to do channel surfing tonight, and then, of course, we've got Sterner stuff on Friday. So a lot to get into, All right, let's go ahead and get rolling, though, tonight, because I feel like we're going to have a lot of stuff to go over, both from what I've got here and the stuff you guys are sending in. I'm really hyped for it. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a fun night. So let's get started. Let's get ready to rumble. All right, let's go. All right, so the first clip that I have, and like I was saying, you know, these are just sort of the bit of the favorite promos. That's where I started out anyway. I started out going through clips, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna search all of my favorite promos. I got a lot from like Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior, Scott Steiner. You know, there's a lot of good ones out there. And then it was quickly piling up, and I'm like, oh man, we're gonna go 4 hours on the stream just for this.
I didn't grow up with wrestling, but I recently did get a taste of a wrestling show called WWF Superstars on one of your rival channels, Super Saturday Morning, weeks ago. But seeing this 3-minute mark.
Yeah, he is a rival. We're going to take him down in the squared circle. I'm going to take the championship belt. There can be only one. We're going to YouTube Mania, Saturday Morning Mania, and I'm going to take him down. I'm going to break his back and make him humble. All right? Woo! Let's go. All right, yeah, he might be a rival, but he's not the man. All right, to be the man, you got to beat the man. And I'm still styling and profiling over here. I know there's been a couple of defectors. Literally just a couple. There's like 2. I won't even name them. I won't even say their name. But I know who they are. They defected over to that rival, that young upstart. He doesn't know the business. He's got to beat the man to be the man. And I'm still wheeling and dealing, limousine riding, jet filing, styling and profiling. Woo! Let's go! All right, sorry, I got to cut my own promo here, okay? Yeah, Taverns pulled notice. To it was. Yeah, some of you might have noticed who it was, man. Pretty fucking shitty of people.
Here's a lady's touch for Lucha from a self-proclaimed baddest bitch in the building.
You know, speaking of, I wonder if we're going to see any of the glorious ladies of wrestling tonight. Wonder if we're going to catch any of that. The glorious ladies of wrestling, aka Glow. That's where we did that one on the last wrestling themed channel surfing, and we got some memes just from those couple of commercials. They did commercials for like shampoo. It was like, of course, you know, just like a woman, right? It was hair conditioner, shampoo, you know, other various beauty products, I guess. And it was supposed to be the glorious ladies of wrestling, but it looked pretty janky, and we ended up getting the thicker and fuller. That was a soundbite for a while. I mean, I think I still have it on the soundboard. I just don't have a hotkey assigned to it anymore. Yeah, there you go. Taverns Pool knows what's up. The thicker. Yeah, you know how it is. I don't know if we need them any thicker, though, especially with Mr. Two Scoops running around here, a.k.a. Master Godai. All right, one of the official artists on the Orbital station. I don't think we need him any thicker with him around. Okay, it's getting crazy. It's getting out of hand. So yeah, as I was saying though, thank you guys for the massive support right out the gate. By the way, thank you everyone. Uh-oh, stealth test.
When all is said and done, there is only one thing to remember about wrestling: the Undertaker was robbed.
The Undertaker was robbed. Thank you, Painting and Rambling, and of course, once again, Cake detected. She failed. Yuri failed her stealth check. As always, I don't think she's ever going to make it, but, you know, bless her little heart for trying. You know, bless her heart. She's trying every week, always trying to pass that stealth test, but it's just not going to happen. Oh, man. You know, she's a dirty pair. They kind of have wrestling outfits on, you know, that Kay and Yuri, they kind of look like a little bit dressed like maybe the more modern, not so much the old school. The old school is more like the unitard, leotard, whatever they're called. But the more modern ones definitely wear those two-piece like vesty kind of shirts and the little shorts and everything. I could see them getting in the squared circle, trying to become the next Divas champion. I don't know. They don't even call that anymore. the Divas. Oh man. And what was the other one from TNA? It was like the Knockouts. I think the Knockouts is what they called the female wrestlers. So yeah, we gotta come up with our own name, I guess, for him here. All right, we got to come up with our own name. Neo007 says, are we going to see some women wrestlers too? Probably. I mean, I've got a clip here for you, although she's not really doing much wrestling, but you'll see when we get there. But, you know, it's not out of the realm of possibility. You can, of course, send it in, you know, whatever you got. Yeah, Master Godai, there he is. There's Mr. Two Scoops right there, the knockouts. Okay, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. All right. So, yeah, man, I'm looking forward to seeing what clips you guys send in. So, yeah, anyway. I was getting clips together. I was going through favorite promos and it was just piling up. The clips were just piling up. And I said, all right, I got to whittle this down. And so I decided to focus more so on stuff. I got a couple of favorite promos here, but I decided to focus more so on stuff that gave us some memes from it.
This guy always gave me Lucha Batman vibes, even though his motif is something more mythical.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. I wonder what that could be. Is that Luchasaurus? I don't know. You guys remember when Rey Mysterio in WCW, he got unmasked and then he would come out with the little like horns. He had like the little devil horns glued to his forehead. I don't even know if they were glued on or if he was wearing a headband or whatever. He would just have these like little horns, little horny Rey. I don't know if you guys remember that. It was a brief tail end of, you know, they were in their dying throes. Their death throes of WCW, man, the tail end of it. But I was still watching. Because I like the NWO and all that, even though it was a bit of a mess the longer it went on, and it sort of led way to the downfall of WCW. But I loved it, man. I was like a fan. WWO. Well, I'm used to saying NWO. I was all like NWO for life. And of course, now we're WWO for life. The Waifu World Order. That's what we've got here on the Orbital station. SM Dub. SM Dub, let's go. J-Red Trex says WWF now stands for the Waifu Wrangling Federation. That's right. We're taking it over. They're not using those letters anymore, so we're going to take it over. We're the Waifu Wrangling Federation. Let's go. WWO for life, because the Waifu World Order is just too sweet. All right, let's get going, guys. Let's get going. So let me show you a couple of my favorite promos, all-time favorite promos, just to get things started off here. Should give you a sort of, if you're not familiar, maybe you're like, well, I don't know, like what kind of wrestling we talking about here? We're going old school, all right? Now, that doesn't mean you can't send in some newer clips, because I know like wrestling in general has sort of that nostalgia feel, even the newer stuff, although I don't really watch the newer stuff anymore. It's gotten pretty bad. But I was watching all the way up until around the mid 2010s. I think I stopped watching around the time when the Wyatt family disbanded. What was the name of the guy? Luke Harper. I think he passed away, and the Wyatt family disbanded. I was pretty much done after that, because I love the Wyatt family. They've reminded me of old school. They reminded me of like the 80s and 90s. You know, that sort of crazy. They were like crazy hillbillies. They were their own like faction. There were 3 of them, so it was like hard to put them in a tag team match, but I love that stuff. And I think the Shield made their debut around that time as well. And once that era or story arc, whatever you want to call it, that sort of brief stint there, once that was done, I kind of felt, I just stopped paying attention. But
Booga, booga, booga!
Scotch Tyner versus Triple H Arm Wrestling.
Yeah, let's go. Okay, any Scott Steiner clip is awesome. Like instant winner in my book. If you send in a Scott Steiner clip, instant winner. Hell yeah, thank you, Warwicked. And yeah, the arm wrestling was hilarious. Do you remember the pose down? Do you remember the pose down when they did the, yeah, and Bray passed away too. Bray Wyatt passed away like years later, like after I'd stopped watching. So it's like the whole Wyatt family is just gone now. But yeah, thank you. But yeah, so the arm wrestling, and then you remember the pose down, and it was so funny because Triple H, you could tell he like knew actual poses. Maybe he's, you know, competed in bodybuilding competitions before, or just did his homework. I don't know. And then Scott Steiner was just stepping in front of him, like interrupting the poses, and he didn't know what the hell he was doing. He was just like flexing, you know, kind of like. I feel like that's what I do, you know. That's how I flex in front of the mirror. No official poses or anything. I'm just like, yeah, gun show. All right, so let's get into these clips that I have here for you guys. And like I was saying, some of my all-time favorite promos. And when I think of crazy wrestling promos, because there's a lot of good ones out there. There's a lot of really great ones. Some of them are a bit more cerebral, you know, the stuff they were talking about, like Jake the Snake Roberts. You know, he had some pretty good ones. Of course, there was a lot of cocaine-fueled promos. I'm looking at you, Hulk Hogan, in the 80s. But the craziest ones, the all-time most bonkers, have to be from the Ultimate Warrior. And he was like my favorite wrestler as a young Bacon Bit, you know, when I was watching wrestling back in the day, as young Bacon Bit there growing up. I love the Ultimate Warrior, like him, Macho Man. I liked Hulk Hogan, Big Boss Man. You know, I had a lot of favorites, but Ultimate Warrior definitely.
For the station master's consideration, a new entree for Radio Bacon.
Oh, I like the sound of that. Is it some Macho Man rap? Are we gonna get some Macho Man rap? Be a man, Hulk. I've heard like the whole album.
Last one from me. I saved my favorite one for last. Seru Mido.
Oh man, you know, Kitty really needs to learn how to read out those multiple letters there, so that we can get a little more intensity from him there. You know what I mean? Come on, kid, you're falling asleep at the wheel there, all right? Maestro Megatron is going on. What's going on? Megatron. All right, we need to see that wrestling match, Optimus versus Megatron for the Cybertron Championship belt, okay? But anyway, without further ado, let's check out some of these crazy the wildest promos from the Ultimate Warrior. And this, you know, some people used to talk shit about him and say, man, he just spoke gibberish. Who knows what he was saying? I don't care, man. The energy was infectious. I don't know how you could not like this stuff, because this is what I watch wrestling for, is the insanity.
Wrestling Federation, here's a wrestling video game that calls out to you waifu loving baconeers.
Oh, is that Rumble Roses? We got some Rumble Roses in here. See, now you're thinking outside the bun. Okay, I like that. You know, just like Taco Bell told us to do, you got to think outside the bun. And I like that. Yeah, there's plenty of wrestling games out there that, of course, based on WWE and WCW. Some of the best ones, in fact, were back on the Nintendo 64. You guys remember WCW NWO Revenge? And then there was, I think it was it WrestleMania 2000 or WWF No Mercy? Or maybe both. I mean, they all ran off the same engine. It was just different rosters. But that was like the golden age of wrestling video games, is on the Nintendo 64 with those classic games, man. Yeah, No Mercy, that was the WWF one. And then Revenge was the WCW one with a bunch of NWO roster on there as well. Man, that was the golden age. The golden age. So good. So good. All right, well, let's get into it, guys. Let's check out some of these promos so you can see just how crazy. This is what I expect. This is the level of insanity that I expect right here, okay?
I was sitting at Capitol from a place not from here, and I came here for one reason: to attack and keep coming. Not to ask, but just to give.
Wait, I'm sorry. What was that? To take but keep coming, not to ask, just to give? What are you talking about? This is supposed to be about wrestling match. It's supposed to be about a wrestling match, buddy.
Not to want, but just to sin. Sin the power warrior. Down everybody's throat to death.
Whoa! I think he lost the plot. We're not talking about a wrestling match anymore. Whoa, buddy.
Till I become sick of it. Well, you're gonna get sick of it, because this freak of nature right here is just beginning to swell.
Oh no, he's swelling. I mean, at least he recognizes that he's a freak of nature. I mean, the self-awareness, I guess, give him points for that. But why does he have to swell?
And when I get big enough, brother,
no! Warrior, stop!
Gonna be room for anybody else but me and all the warriors floating through the veins and the power of the warrior.
I love how he's literally running out of breath. Like he's about to pass the fuck out. Yeah, zooking out is an understatement, okay? He's loading the spaceship with the zook, loading it with the waifus, all right? He's about to pass out, literally running out of breath. Yeah, there's the veins right there that he's sending the power of the warriors through.
How must I prepare, you must ask yourself? Should I jump off the tallest building in the world?
Well, how would that prepare you? Wait a minute. Okay, so this is a different promo here. Same background, different promo. Talking about how should he prepare? Jumping off the tallest building in the world? I mean, training, I guess? What are we training for?
Should I lay on the lawn and let him run over me with lawnmowers?
I love that. From jumping off the tallest building in the world to laying down on the lawn and letting them run over me with lawnmowers. I mean, I guess either way, that's going to get you ready for WrestleMania, right? I guess that's, skydiving, getting run over with lawnmowers. It's all, tomato, tomato.
Should I go to Africa and let him trample me with raging elephants?
And then he saves the best for last. No, let me go to Africa and be trampled by wild elephants.
You can feel it too.
He's zooking out, guys. He's zooking out.
No, man, he's just zooking out. He'll be okay.
With raging elephants. You can feel it too. You can feel it. Load the spaceship with the rocket fuel. Load it with the warriors.
There it is. There it is. That's my favorite line right there. Load the spaceship with the rocket fuel. Load it with the warriors. We're going to Africa to get trampled by wild elephants. Then we're going to lay down on the lawn and let them run over us with lawnmowers. You can feel it, dude. Let's fucking go. Hell yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. Who cares? Who cares if he's not making any sense? All right? Who cares if he's zooked out of his mind? All right? Completely zooking out. It doesn't matter. You're hyped. You're hyped for the match now. Okay? How can you not be? How can you not be after that? Well, the Warrior, he wasn't always like just screaming and yelling. Sometimes he tried to deliver a calmer, more cerebral promo, get into the mind of the opponent and try to psych him out, right? That's part of the game. Part of the game. You got to get into the mind of your opponent and psych him out. Mind games, okay? So let's see what the Warrior does when he takes a different approach.
But always thought these two were great.
Oh, Michael Russum, welcome, buddy. Hey, better late than never. Thank you so much for that. All right, but let's see what happens when the Warrior tries to take it down a notch and get into the head, get into the mind of his opponent and try to psych him out here. It's a whole nother ball game. I don't know if you guys are ready for this one. Let's go. So just right out the gate, he's like snorting and snarling. It's already insane. This is supposed to be the calm promo, okay?
As you, Hulk Hogan, travel to WrestleMania.
I love how he runs out of breath again. Yeah, the big snort. Maybe he shouldn't have done that big snort before the promo. And I'm not talking about the one you heard as soon as I played the video. Because he's running out of breath here, man. Hulk Hogan. No, you got it. It's spelled like this. It's H-O space K-O-G-A-N. Hulk Hogan. Okay, that's how he says it. Hulk Hogan.
By conventional means, the normals you travel with experience.
So, okay, he's talking about frequent flyer miles right now.
One of us.
One of us. Thank you, Baiting and Rambling. So, yeah, he's talking about Hulk Hogan traveling conventional means, getting frequent flyer miles. You know, he's got a lot of experience, you know, taking flights, racking up those frequent flyer miles there. And so I don't know. I don't really know what this has to do with the match yet. We're still waiting to see. We're still waiting to see. But like, yeah, Prince of the Abyss says, I'm a little scared right now. Exactly, man. See, this is what happens. He's psyching you out. He's psyching you out, buddy. He's getting into your mind. Okay? Don't worry. He's addressing Hulk Hogan. So if your name isn't Hulk Hogan, then you're all right.
Malfunctions. As you realize, all that is left is total self-destruction.
Did he forget that we're over here? Like, Warrior, hey buddy, somebody needs to like tap him on the shoulder. Camera's over here, bud. You're kind of talking to the wall right now, talking about a plane malfunctioning. I don't know what's going on, but can you address the audience, please?
Do you, Hulk Hogan?
A classic.
Thank you so much, Michael Russell. Another one. Thank you, brother.
Show self-pity. Do you, Hulk Hogan?
Hulk Hogan.
Try to reason why. Do you, Hulk Hogan?
See, you see what I mean, though? He literally, like, he even said it pretty slow right there, and it was clearly Hulk Hogan. Okay?
Try to reason why. Do you, Hulk Hogan?
Hulk Hogan.
And comfort the normals that have even more fear than you. Or do you, Hulk Hogan, kick the doors out?
Uh-oh. Now, wait a minute. Whoa, buddy, wait a minute. No. Don't. You're talking about a plane malfunctioning, and now you're telling Hulk Hogan to go kick the doors down and take over the flight? Wait a minute. Wait a minute, buddy.
Kick the cockpit door down.
Oh, no.
Take the two pilots that have already made the sacrifice.
Oh, no. He's looking into the future. Did Hulk Hogan do 9/11?
So that you can face this challenge.
Is that why he said jumping off the tallest building in the world? It's all coming together. It's all coming together, chat. See, you gotta piece all of the Warriors promos together. It does make sense. Yeah, he's freaking out, man. He's predicting the future. He's telling Hulk Hogan, this is why I practiced by jumping off the tallest building in the world, because I knew that you were going to do 9/11.
Dispose of them, Hulk Hogan.
Kill the pilots. He's literally telling him to kill the pilots. This is insane. Dispose of the pilots. Holy shit.
Assume the controls, Hulk Hogan.
Oh, no. No, don't do it.
Shove that control!
Nifty.
A Baconeer favorite makes it to the wrestling stream.
Thank you, Fainting and Rambling. Oh, no, man. He's telling Hulk Hogan to take the controls. He said, dispose of the pilots, kick the door in, dispose of the pilots, and now take the controls. Buddy, no, you've already been talking about jumping out of a tall building. What is going on?
Shove that control into a nosedive, Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan, you will do 9/11, Hulk Hogan. Take the controls. You have to take out the second tower, Hulk Hogan. This is absolutely batshit insane, but I love it. Yeah, man. He did so much cocaine. The Ultimate Warrior did so much fucking cocaine that he could actually see into the future. And he was like, you will take out the second tower, Hulk Hogan. Look, he's like freaking out. He knows. Take the controls.
Push yourself to total self-destruction.
Yeah, the world will never be the same. The world will never be the same. But yeah, see, so I don't know. Maybe we prefer the ranting and raving, like the scream. You know, you can feel it, dude. You know, maybe we'll stick to that one, because when he starts getting serious, it's scary, like for real. The world has changed. It will never be the same when Hulk Hogan takes the controls of the plane and does a nosedive right into the second tower. Hulk Hogan. All right. What's going on, man? This is fucking crazy. I love this shit. All right. So, yeah, had to show a couple of my favorite Ultimate Warrior promos because he's zooking out. Okay. He's batshit insane. But another of my all-time favorites, and this was when I got a little older, you know, I was young bacon bit. Warrior was like late 80s, early 90s. So I was young bacon bit. I just liked how crazy he was. But then when you get a little older, you're like in high school, whatever, and you're watching the NWO, right? And this was, oh, what's going on? We've got Tavern's Pool fueling up the thrust bus.
This is one of the stupidest moves in wrestling, but I don't care. It's also one of the funniest setup moves that everyone knows is coming the second it starts.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, another from Michael Russum.
A classic.
Another classic. Excellent. Thank you, buddy. All right. So yeah, when we get into the NWO into the late 90s, we see the rise of Scott Steiner, the big bad booty daddy. All right. And so he cut some amazing promos, definitely equally as shouty as the Ultimate Warrior and just about as nonsensical too. But you know what? That's why we love him. Okay. That's why we love him. And we've got some memes. Okay. We've got some memes from Scott Steiner. Some of you might not even know. I'm actually curious to know how many of you will recognize that I've been saying this stuff for a while now, you know, like months and months. And I wonder if anybody knows. So we actually had one earlier tonight. Thank you to the stream boss, T-Bone. All right. T-Bone Tony, the stream boss, provide us with that mesmerizing dance. All right. We get stupefied. We get mesmerized looking at the waifu dance. Well, have you ever wondered why I pronounce it that way? You ever wonder why specifically I always say mesmerized? Well, here you go.
As you people are mesmerized by the greatest body in the world, are mesmerized.
Mesmerized. As you people are mesmerized.
As you people are mesmerized.
And he didn't even mean, you know, he didn't mean to mispronounce it. He's just a meathead, you know? Yeah, he's a big roidy Magoo. All right. He's a massive roidy Magoo. And I think the steroids have actually eaten away at his brains a little bit. And so, yeah, as you people are mesmerized
by the greatest body in the world, you can see why I am a champion. And being a champion means you gotta take on all comers. That means even white trash.
That's right. That's right. You gotta take them all. You wanna be the Saturday morning champion, you gotta take all comers. You gotta leave them mesmerized with the greatest lineup the world has ever seen. That's why we're wrangling these waifus, getting them in our stable until they call us the big bad booty daddy. Or I should say the big bad bacon daddy. Let's go.
Now, Diamond Dallas Page, last time we wrestled, there was one stipulation. And if I beat you, I got to show your wife what it was like to be with a real man.
Oh, shit. He's getting personal now. See, this is what they did in the late 90s. You know, there was still some over-the-top characters, but they weren't like in the 80s and the early 90s where it was like cartoon level, you know, like comic book characters. Now they're getting personal. Now, instead of like, you know, I'm going to load the spaceship with the rocket fuel and Hulk Hogan, you're going to dive into the second tower. Now it's like, no, I'm going to take your waifu and I'm going to get her in my stable. She's going to be mesmerized.
You heard it. The whole world heard it. And now you got a problem with it. But there was one other person that heard it. And she seems to like that stipulation.
I love it. It's just shit talk. It's just shit talk. I love it.
And that's your wife. Because she's in the back, flirting with me, asking questions why all my hooches say there's nothing finer than Scott Steiner.
She's back there flirting and asking questions. Holy shit, man. Yeah, getting her wrangled and tangled, getting her in the stable. She's mesmerized. All right, she's mesmerized. So yeah, this is why like he was my all-time favorite once they got into the whole Attitude Era, you know, the Monday Night Wars with the NWO and WWF. I was very loyal to WCW just for that. You know, I mean, Sting was really cool. I enjoyed watching Sting. You know, the NWO itself, and then when they split into the Wolfpack. But Scott Steiner was like must-see TV. Like, you had to tune in, especially to the promos. In fact, I think the promos were better than his wrestling. You had to tune in, okay? And he stayed this way pretty much for the rest of his life. So here's a much more recent clip, and the origin of another meme that we've said quite a few times, mostly on Sterner stuff, you know, when we're A-logging the cartoons, you know, making our own memes out of those. And every now and then we'll see a character, we'll be like, he's fat. So if you don't know, here's the origin for that one too. And of course, it's the big bad booty daddy.
Threats are part of wrestling, you know? But you gotta look at the person that's making the threats. This fat son of a bitch.
This fat son of a bitch. I love how, you know, it's kind of like mesmerized. Son of a bitch.
But you gotta look at the person that's making the threats. This fat son of a bitch is challenged all of us, has been world champions before, been in this business 15, 20 years, and this fat son of a bitch is gonna challenge us all out.
Just calm down, okay? All right?
He's fat!
He's fat. He's, you know, just in case you didn't catch it the first time, or first two times, in fact, that he called him a fat son of a bitch. He's just got to reiterate there. All right. They're like, hey, man, calm down. It's going to be okay. He's fat.
It's going to challenge us all out.
Just calm down, okay? All right?
He's fat.
See what? This is why he's the greatest. All right. This is why he's the fucking greatest, okay? He's a fat son of a bitch. They're like, all right, whoa, but hey, calm down, man. No, I can't calm down. You expect me to stay calm when he's so fat? Oh, man, yeah, there is no enhancing the calm for Scott Steiner, man. All right, and then he also cut the greatest promo ever, okay, ever. And I saw somebody mention it in the chat, so some of you might know what's coming up here, but the greatest promo ever of all time, okay? I don't think this will ever be topped, and it checks out, okay? It also checks out. In fact, I got the text on the screen so you guys can follow along because, you know, Scott Steiner, sometimes he gets a little carried away. But we got to check out here the greatest promo of all time, Steiner math, all right? And the text will be up on the screen. The math checks out. The numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster. Let's go.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true. See, normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% at best at beating me.
That's 25% or less, okay? So keep that in mind. So 25%, that's all he's giving him.
And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chances of winning drastically go down. See, the three-way at Sacrifice, you got a 33 and a third chance of winning.
Oh, well, okay. He's giving him a little bit better. Okay, so maybe not 25%. Now he's got 33 and a third. All right, he's being charitable. He's being charitable here, okay? So we'll bump it up. We'll bump it up there, give you an extra 8 and a third.
But I got a 66 and two-thirds chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me, and he's not even going to try.
I love that. I love how it's like, okay, so there's three guys in the, you know, it should be 33 and a third for each of them, but Kurt Angle, he's not even going to try and beat Scott Steiner. He knows he can't. So he's forfeiting his 33 and a third, which now gives Scott Steiner 66 and 2/3%. Keep following along though, okay? This all checks out.
So Samoa Joe, you take your 33 and a third chance minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 and a third chance of winning.
And now he brings back the 25%. Remember, if they was to go one-on-one, because he's a genetic freak. So he's taking that 25% chance out of it. He's actually taking that away. I don't know. I feel like it should have been added. I'm not sure. It's okay though. All right. It all checks out. It all checks out. So he's down to 8 and a third percent.
At sacrifice. But then you take my 75% chance of winning. If we used to go one-on-one and then add 66 and 2/3%.
I love how it erased it. He was about to say my 66 and 2/3 chance. I mean, percents. Okay, that's how many percents I have. 66 and 2/3%.
I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. See, Joe.
Senor Joe. It's supposed to be Samoa Joe. It's Samoa Joe. But he calls him Senor Joe. He's fat. All right, so he's only got an 8 and a third % chance because he's a fat son of a bitch, this Senor Joe. All right, and Scott Steiner, he's sitting at well over 100. Okay, well over 100.
The numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at sacrifice.
Then that's my favorite line right there. The numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster. I don't know how numbers spell anything.
And they spell disaster for you.
I love how it's kind of written out like you would do on a calculator right there. You can kind of see it does spell disaster. The numbers there, they do kind of spell disaster there because the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster.
Oh, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at sacrifice.
That is the greatest promo of all time. Of all time. It'll never be topped, all right? It'll never be topped. You cannot beat Steiner math. And the fact that, I don't know if he memorized it beforehand, or if he's just smarter than he looks, and he was able to do the math on the fly. I don't know. But it does all add up. I don't know about the actual probability factors there. You know, he's like taking away 25%, adding his own like extra 75, and then, you know, might have been a little dodgy in there, but hey, all the math checks out. And at the end of the day, the numbers don't lie. All right. They spell disaster. Okay. Now hold on a minute. Astro Knight's like, wait just a minute. Oh man. Yeah. I love that, man. Best promo, greatest promo. All right. One more clip here. And the birth of another meme. This one you guys are very familiar with, although again, not sure if you knew where it came from. You can see Vince, you know it's Vince McMahon, you know it comes from the WWE, but did you know what was actually causing it? So a long running super chat meme that we have is the super kick to Vince. Okay, you can super chat and super kick Vince right out of his chair. He's like, whoa, buddy, take a look at that. And he falls over there at the mere generosity of the bacon ears. That's how it's been for a long time. That he's been just knocked out of his chair by the utter generosity, the magnanimous attitude of the bacon ears, right? Well, it actually comes from a very particular clip. I think you guys are going to enjoy this. Here's the origin of the Vince super kick getting knocked out of his chair, as well as me as a young bacon bit. Probably this started my appreciation for the tiny mini skirts. Okay, it's like a double. All right, we've got a double meme lore right here, the double meme origin for the lore right here, where not only did we get or at least for me, my own personal appreciation for waifus and mini skirts.
Magnificent! Look at the size of that thing!
I'm not part of your community, because I know my boyfriend is and I wanted him to have a place of his own. I need to thank you and all the beautiful baconators there who made Daryl feel welcomed. You have changed his life in so many good ways. Thank you.
Oh, Lady Poison, thank you. Wow, what a heartfelt super chat right there. Shout out to Daryl Waylick and his girlfriend there, Lady Poison, who you're welcome here as well, but that's pretty kind of you to, you know, just let your guy have his own space, you know, so he can just chill with the bacon ears. That's really fucking awesome, man. Thank you. What a heartfelt super chat. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, we tip our hats to you. Thank you so much. All right, so let's check out this clip where we get the origin of my appreciation for waifus in miniskirts, as well as the origin of the Vince super kick, the super chat super kick. Here it goes. You'll recognize it. Don't worry. You can't miss it. You'll recognize it, but enjoy the show nonetheless.
Oh, I just cracked the announce desk.
That is a tiny miniskirt. Holy shit.
Tiny miniskirt!
You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about here? This is as a young bacon bit. I was like, okay, yeah, waifus and miniskirts, A+, 100, A++, let's go.
Oh my god! Oh no! Oh my! I can't deal with this!
I can't deal with this. Doesn't look like Vince can either. I don't know. Hold fast, bacon ears. Hold fast.
Mr. McMahon can either. Oh, no, he's freaking. And I don't blame him. Oh, gosh.
Whoa, buddy. Whoa, buddy. Yeah, this is Orbital Station dress code. Standard dress code right here. The tiniest of miniskirts.
He's gonna kill this. Somebody stop Stacy.
Whoa, buddy. There it is. There he goes. He's down, and he's down. Look at that. Is there a kitty on the job here? Pantsu? Pardon me, Pantsu? Pardon me, Pantsu. Is this why he fell out of the chair?
She's doing a cardio on us.
He's down. He's down. He's been super kicked right out of the chair by the waifu in the tiny mini skirt. Doing the pantsu check right there, making sure Kitty's on the job. Knocked him right out of his chair. So there you guys go. If you're ever wondering, where did that come from? Where did the whole like super kicked events knocking him out of his chair, that gift that pops up with the $25 super chat? There you go. There you go. That's the origin story. Okay, that's the origin story. He was checking her cheeks. That's right. He was checking her cheeks. You know, hopefully Kitty was on the job that day. You know, pardon me, Pantsu. I don't know. He was mesmerized. He was mesmerized. That's right. That's right. So yeah, there you guys go. There's some birth of several memes. We got mesmerized. We got he's fat. We got the Steiner math with the numbers spelling disaster because the numbers don't lie. And then we got a 2-for-1 there with the tiny mini skirts and the massive super kick. Even though it wasn't an actual super kick, that's what we were going with because it looks like, you know, you would have thought if you didn't know that, yeah, maybe he did get kicked right out of the chair. And that's how we were using it here for the super chats. You know, kicking the stream boss right out of the chair, super kicked events, right? Well, now you know.
A young heart never gets old.
That's right, War Wicked. That's right. Thank you, buddy. All right, and then one more. Not really clips here. Not really clips, but since we're doing the whole nostalgia thing, taking a stroll down memory lane, I figured now would be a good time to remind some of the moldy oldie baconeers that have been here for a while, as well as introduce some of the new ones to our own Waifu Mania event, okay? So for those of you that are new here, you may not know unless you've gone back and watched all the old replays, but we've actually had a couple of Waifu Mania events. These are special events that we hold on Friday during the Sterner Stuff live stream, where we've got our own waifus, Saturday morning waifus. That's why we chant SM Dub, SM Dub, SM Dub for the Saturday morning waifus that don the attire of some of our favorite wrestlers, and they get into the squared circle and battle it out. And it's sort of like Vince Russo booking, because every match is basically a bra and panties match, okay? We're taking it right back to the 90s WCW, where every single match was a bra and panties match. That's basically how it works. That's the goal. They're not trying to pin, no pinfall, no submission. It's you gotta wrangle and tangle the opponent. Wrangle and tangle them, make sure that their outfit is up to Orbital Station dress code approval. So let me show you guys a few of our top contenders here that we've had in the past. Like I said, this will be a stroll down memory lane for some of you that have been around for a while. And those of you that are new here, you get to check out these waifus, and maybe you'll be interested because we've got another Waifu Mania event in the works. It's coming up very soon. So this is kind of like a hype package as well. All right, we got to get you hyped. So first up, one of the winners, okay, this was the winner of the second match, the second Waifu Mania event. We've got Anaconda from Zyber 9, also known as the Ultimate Waifu, right here. And this was a surprise victory, okay? A lot of people, in fact, it was mentioned in a super chat just earlier tonight, people still fresh in their memory, even though it happened months and months ago, it's still fresh in the memory of some of those Baconeers, some of those SMW wrestling fans that were like, no, the Undertaker was robbed. Anaconda, the ultimate waifu, she actually came out with the victory. But you know what? The victory is up to the audience. You guys determine who wins. All right, just like we stack those meters up and we unlock the waifus during Sterner stuff, we during the Waifu Mania event, we have the meters, but they each go towards a specific waifu. So in your super chat, you have to say, this is for the ultimate waifu, or this is for the Undertaker. You know, and people got pretty clever with it. They would say like their own wrestling moves, like the Undertaker delivers a suplex to the ultimate waifu. And that let me know, okay, they're in favor of the Undertaker. So it's basically your way of cheering, okay? It's like your own way of cheering on your waifu, starting a chant. You know, let's go Cena, Cena sucks, right? Starting your own chant in the arena and cheering on your waifu. And as it fills the meters, they perform devastating moves to the outfits of the, like I said, it's not pinfall or submission. So the devastating moves aren't necessarily delivered to the waifus themselves, more so their outfits, until we have one victorious, all right? One victorious waifu. And so chosen by the audience. Chosen by the audience, the ultimate waifu came out victorious, but people are still upset and believe that the Undertaker was robbed. So we might have to have a rematch, or maybe the Undertaker's going to have to work their way up the brackets, work their way up the tournament, and get back to the championship, all right? So here we have Anaconda as the ultimate waifu. We also had Voodoo, I should say Mama Voodoo, okay? So we've got Voodoo from the Wildcats, our gasping queen. And she is Mama Voodoo, or as you may recognize, the Papa Shango, okay? So you guys remember Papa Shango? He came out with the skull. He had like the voodoo attire on. He had all like the bone necklace. He had a skull that had smoke coming out of it. It was pretty crazy. And of course, the big top hat there with the feather in it, right? Papa Shango. So we've got Mama Voodoo here, and I believe, was she victorious? I think she was. She fought against Staffu the Snake, like Jake the Snake. We had Staffu the Snake, and I believe Mama Voodoo won. I believe she actually was victorious in her match as well. So we're going to have to see her again. She's working her way up the bracket, still kind of in the mid-card. Not quite to the main event championship level just yet. But we've got Mama Voodoo here. We've got Anaconda, the ultimate waifu. And then last but certainly not least, the one who was robbed, the one who some Baconeers to this very day are still a little salty and believe deserves justice. Only time will tell if the Undertaker, that's JB, the judge from Bravestar, as the Undertaker, the WrestleMania streak that never was. Okay, you think, you know, the Undertaker, he's got the WrestleMania streak. So we thought maybe the Undertaker would begin the Waifu Mania streak, but it never materialized. She was defeated in her first bout, her first match. The ultimate waifu took the victory. But very soon, we will be having another Waifu Mania event, and it's going to be bigger and better than the previous ones combined, okay? We've got new features coming up. We're going to have a tag team match coming up. We're going to have a battle royale, the Waifu Royal Rumble, okay? We're going to have the Waifu Royal Rumble coming up, tag team events, and there's going to be new features like interference. So not only can you cheer on your favorite waifu via the super chat, try to stack up those meters and have her emerge victorious in the event, but also there will be a third meter that you can contribute to for interference. and we're going to have somebody run down to the ring. Whose side are they on? Whose side are they on? I don't know. But it's going to be wild, though. It's going to be crazy. And pretty soon, we're even going to have some animated features, okay? So far, it's been using the art, courtesy of Master Kraken, the art, and it works sort of like those visual novel games where it's like a slideshow, you know? And they move from frame to frame. But we're working on some actual animations as well. So it's going to be pretty awesome. Yeah, we're going to have some new moves coming up. The waifu pile driver, says Molt Disciple. That's right. So the choke slam. That's right. So yeah, we're going to have a lot of really cool stuff. So I wanted to give you guys just a quick refresher. If you've been around for a while and you remember those Waifu Mania events, they're on their way back. And for anybody that's new here, this is your introduction where you can see some of the Saturday morning waifus, SM Dub, SM Dub, SM Dub, that have competed in past Waifu Mania events and shall compete again, along with we're going to have new additions to the roster. Like I said, we're even going to have tag team matches. We got to determine who's the best. We also have some themed matches like the winch fight, okay? So normally the winch was referred, the meme anyway, the winch fight meme was referring to Charlie Girl from Biker Mice from Mars. But since then, we've been watching, especially with the medieval edition of Saturday morning cartoons a couple weeks ago, we saw that there were other wrenches in the Baconverse here, okay? Other winches are out there. We've seen them in King Arthur and the Knights of Justice. We've seen them in The Legend of Prince Valiant and other places as well. So we're going to have an actual winch fight 25, okay? Not winch fight 95. It's going to be winch fight 25 to determine once and for all which winch is the waifu champion. All right, so let's go. It's going to be awesome, guys. That's going to be coming up soon. Of course, I'll keep you updated as we get updates. I'll share any sort of updates we get with you. I'll give you some previews and stuff, and I will definitely let you know the exact date when that's going to happen, but it's going to be coming up soon, all right? It's going to be coming up soon. Oh, yeah, Pirates of Darkwater also introduced some winches there as well. That's right. So it's a good time, though. It's a lot of fun. If you want to go back and watch the first two events, the replays are still up and available. They were a lot of fun. And half the fun was just seeing what the audience, the Baconeers, you guys, what you were saying in your super chats whenever you would cheer on the waifu you wanted to win. And you were coming up with like wrestling moves like tornado DDTs and choke slams and, suplex city, all that stuff, man. It was so much fun. So can't wait to get into that. That's going to be coming up real soon. So keep an eye out for that. All right, guys, let's get into the second half of the show here. It's time to go through and see what clips and other madness. I have no idea. I actually don't know. I know some of these, like I know there's a Ready to Rumble is in here, and I think a couple of commercials I might have recognized, but I don't really know what we're gonna get here. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm pretty hyped for it. All right, so let's get into it here. See what clips you guys have sent in as we get into the second part of the show. All right, and you still got time. Okay, this is good. This typically goes on longer than the first part, with all the clips that I just went through. This typically lasts longer, so you still have plenty of time if you want to send in a super chat for a clip for us to watch here.
Kid Muscle has the power. He's also kinda nuts. This guy could save the universe if he only had some guts. Anyone up for some wrestling anime?
Oh shit, Duo Maxwell thinking outside the bun there. Thank you. Yeah, there are some wrestling. Wrestling is very popular in Japan. It's like equally, if not more so, especially now since it's sort of waning here in the States, but it's super popular in Japan.
She's going to kick in the cockpit door and take the controls and crash the plane. Could apply to any waifu wrestler. May. Just like a woman.
Painting and rambling. That's actually perfect. Holy shit. Because it's Anna, the ultimate waifu. And that's the promo she's cutting. She's like, yeah, it doesn't even matter who her opponent is. Any waifu, you're going to take the controls and it's going to end up crashing. Holy shit. Just like a woman. Oh, man. See, our memes are the best. We have the best here, man. This is great. Thank you so much. All right. So first up, we've got from Painting and Rambling. And it says Luchador Jank. He made 54 movies. This is the only one I've ever seen. Is that for real? This person really made 54 movies? Are you serious? All right, let's see what you got here.
Samson and the Vampire Women.
Is that the wrestling match? Wait, Samson versus the vampire women? Is that the match? Book it for SummerSlam.
Deep in the bowels of the earth live the most savage and vicious of all women. They capture, they drain the blood from human beings to make themselves beautiful in Samson and the Vampire Women.
These
Where's the wrestling though?
two blue marks close together on the victim's neck are what have me puzzled, Inspector. Besides that, we didn't find one drop of blood in the corpse. Why, you could swear that a vampire murdered the girl.
Hey, now that I think about it, I'll bet those monsters were vampires, Doc.
See mighty Samson set fire to the vampire.
Oh wait, he's actually wearing a luchador mask. Holy shit. Okay, I thought you were just joking around. He's actually got the luchador mask on. So he is wrestling. He is wrestling the vampire women. Wrestled and wrangled.
Cave in Samson and the Vampire Women.
I mean, that's the whole getup right there. He's got the boots, the trunks on. He probably wears that cape down to the ring. They didn't even have to get him wardrobe for this movie. They were just like, can you bring your wrestling gear? We're going to make you the star. You're going to fight all the vampire women, okay? But we just need you to bring your wrestling gear, all right? Bring your mask, your trunks, your boots, even the cape you wear down the stage. I like how the sound just cuts out and he's still going. Even the trailer is janky. Even the trailer is janky, man. Thank you, Painting and Rambling, for that one. Holy shit. All right, Duo Maxwell is up next and says, let the WRASSLEmania run wild on you, Bacon Brothers. Take the controls. Turn those controls into a nosedive, Bacon Ears. All right, let's go. Let's see what you got here. It says, here's an all-American wrestling legend, the Michael Jordan of wrestling. I mean, I'm assuming that's Hulk Hogan, but it really could be a couple of different people. Oh no, it's the Hulkster. It's the Hulkster. Let's go.
I am a real American. Fight for the rights of...
That was the time that he picked up Andre the Giant, all 600 pounds. He body slammed him in Madison Square Garden and the whole building shook to the ground. I mean, that's how Hulk Hogan actually tells it. He's like he tells it like it caused an earthquake.
Every man, I am a real American. Fight for what's right. Fight for your life. When it comes...
Dropping the leg. Dropping the big leg there. Man, this is going through all the eras. This is showing stuff even from like Rocky, but there was a more recent one where he came back as Hollywood Hogan fighting The Rock. For the first time. For the last time.
Crashing down and it hurts inside. You gotta take a stand, it don't have to hide. If you hurt my friends, then you hurt my pride.
He's taking down The Undertaker. This was before he had the WrestleMania streak. You're not going to have any sort of WrestleMania streak while Hogan's around. That doesn't work for me, brother. I've got creative control. I think I should go over The Undertaker, brother.
I gotta be a man, I can't let it slide. I am a real American. Fight for the rights of every man.
Oh, that's when he fought Zeus from No Holds Barred. That was one of the movies he was in, and then they brought the character into the actual WWF. They still called him Zeus, but yeah, they had him wrestling poorly.
I am a real American. Fight for what's right. Fight for your life.
That's when he threw Rocky out of the ring. He caused an earthquake, a 4.0 on the Richter scale, brother. Holy shit. Can't go through the whole thing because I know that'll get me copyrighted going through all that. But thank you so much, Duo Maxwell. Yeah, he's definitely the Michael Jordan of wrestling, the Hulkster. You know, love him or hate him. There was a time I was a fan, but then I learned too much behind the scenes stuff, and he's kind of a douchebag, but you know, you gotta love the Hulkster though. It's the Hulkster. All right, Hiei Oni is up next, and it says the cleaner. The cleaner. Let me start at the timestamp that you've indicated. Oh, pause it. Hold on. 43 seconds in. All right. Oh, it looks like it's the most replayed part too. There's one of those little YouTube mountains on the replay. Let's see what you got here. That's Sephiroth? Okay, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty. This is wrestling. This is wrestling. I love these like way over the top theatrical entrances. Do you guys remember Finn Balor? When Finn Balor made his big debut and he was painted up as, he called himself like the creature or the demon, something like that. And he came like smoke was filling the rampway. And he was like crawling and moving around to the music and stuff. This is another one. This is right up there. Kenny Omega as the one-winged angel, Sephiroth. Look at this with all the screens timing it up. They got the music. This is wrestling. Damn, they got the fire in the background now. The music is playing. This is wrestling. This is wrestling. The one-winged wrestler. Dude, that's awesome. That is freaking awesome. Hopefully somebody sends in that Finn Balor clip because that's right up there with it. Like that Sephiroth entrance with Kenny Omega, the Finn Balor entrance, I think that's right up there with it. So good. Hopefully somebody sent that one in. Yeah, I will never be a memory. There you go. And all the fire and like you can tell he's a big fan. I think he's like a general video game fan, but definitely a big fan of Final Fantasy VII. All right, thank you, Hiei Oni, for that one. That was badass. Next up from T-Bone, who I think is still holding on to Stream Boss. Is he? Yeah, still holding on to Stream Boss there with 40 hit points. It says only one super from me. We got to make it count. DOA waifu wrangled in the wrestling ring. Oh yeah, there was a wrestler character. What was it? Was it Helen something? I think it was like Helen or Helena was the wrestler waifu in Dead or Alive. So this might be from the game or maybe from the movie. I don't know. Let's see what we got. Oh, no, stop. She's already dead. She's already dead. She's like beyond wrangled. Holy shit, they're dogpiling on her. It's like, can you speed up the entrance a little bit there while you're up like shaking your ass on the stage? She can't breathe. She's getting squished. The waifu's getting squished in the ring. Can you stop with all the ass shaking? All right, well, maybe all the ass shaking worked because it distracted him. Everybody's distracted now. Look, they're not even paying attention. She's running out here in the back. Well, maybe it worked. Okay, I see your strategy. I see your strategy now. Oh, let's go. We got Chester Stevens with a visit from the Gyat Fairy.
The clown cutting a promo for his match against the undefeated Tatanka.
Buffalo! Tatanka! Buffalo! Is that Doink? That's got to be Doink. Yeah, now she makes her way. Now she speed runs to the ring. And a big 5-star splash, taking all three of them out. Whoa, hey, foreign object. Whoa, buddy. I'm pretty sure that's spiked knuckles. Pretty sure that's illegal. Uh-oh. You don't unmask a lucha. That's like I don't even know a word for it, but you don't do that. Yeah, disqualified. Time to get serious. Taking him to Suplex City. Look at that with the perfect plex. The perfect plex right there. Taking him to Suplex City. and the waifus win. It's a good day. It is a good day. The perfect plex. The waifus win the day. Yeah, I forgot there were all these wrestling characters in Dead or Alive. That's good stuff. Thank you, T-Bone. That was a good one, brother. Next up from Prince of the Abyss says, I have a confession to make. Not only did I become a fan of wrestling later in life, but I prefer the style of Lucha Libre than that of the WWE. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Everybody can have their preferences. I mean, like, Lucha Libre is not bad. You know, it's the style where they do all like the flips and jumping off the turnbuckles and bouncing off the ropes. It's like cool to watch, but I prefer the over-the-top insanity that we got from WWE and WCW, especially at the tail end of its lifespan there. But yeah, it's hard to top all that.
3 Saiyans invade the world of wrestling.
Oh, Duo Maxwell, let's go. Thank you. All right, let's see what you got, Prince of the Abyss. Oh, let's go, Crossfire. Hail.
Evening Baconeers. Go to 319 to see the greatest ring announcer in the world. Psych Bacon. Heel hentai.
We must secure the jiggle physics or whatever. Thank you, Crossfire, man. Hail, brother.
Welcome to Lucha Underground, where we honor ancient traditions, courage, and my personal favorite, a good old-fashioned fight.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong for anybody that knows, but wasn't Lucha Underground, like, because obviously all wrestling is fake. I don't think that's like, you know, Santa Claus isn't real, the Easter Bunny isn't real, and wrestling is fake. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that, right? I'm pretty sure it's like common knowledge, right? But wasn't Lucha Underground like extra fake? Like they would even film it ahead of time, like it wasn't live. Like that's the thing, as fake as it is, at least WWE and WCW would air the shows live. I mean, there might be like an 8-second delay so that they could bleep out curse words, or like if a waifu wrestler got a little too disrobed or whatever, you know, they could cut away. But it was pretty much live, and so it was still impressive that they were able to pull all that stuff off. Like, I mean, they would rehearse and things beforehand, but it's one take, you know, it's just the one take. Whereas Lucha Underground, I'm pretty sure everything was pre-filmed, and they would do different takes. They would set up for like different camera angles and stuff, more like a traditional TV show or a movie or something like that. So it was kind of like extra fake for wrestling, you know, which it still looks cool, but I think that's why it never really grabbed me, because like there was just something impressive about the do it all in one take, do it live, you know, fuck it, we'll do it live. Like that was the impressive part, despite it being, you know, a fake sport.
My name is Dario Cueto. I am the owner and promoter of Lucha Underground. My relationship with the wrestlers is very special.
Is this like a documentary? I was hoping to be a little more of a trailer. How long is this guy going to talk for? Is that Samson? I think this is Samson. We saw this guy fight the vampire women.
Blue Demon Jr. Y bueno, yo provengo de una.
He's got the cape and the mat. This is Samson. We saw him versus the vampire women.
Una familia de luchadores. Mi padre a Blue Demon. La lucha libre es
You're
mi
not
pasión.
the Blue Demon. We all know. No, you're not fooling anybody with that cape and that mask there. You're Samson.
Es mi vida. Es un mundo de magia en donde la magia no existe.
Let's see who else is in here. Oh, they got a waifu. I think. I don't know.
Somos unas personas entregadas, somos unas personas guerreras que no nos damos por vencidos, pero con nada. Pues especialmente yo a las mujeres decirles que vengan, que vean que este no es nada más un deporte para hombres. En realidad existimos mujeres hermosas que podemos estar en esto.
I do like how the characters in this one were even more like comic book characters. I mean, they were pretty goofy in the WWE, but this one, it was like, you know, superhero levels. Like, I'm pretty sure some of them even had quote unquote powers or something. Wasn't there like a guy that could breathe fire? I could have sworn there were some of these had like superpowers, you know, quote unquote, like superpowers. It was extra goofy. It was pretty silly. But thank you, Prince of the Abyss, for that one. All right, next up from Nerdic Warrior. And it says, when the Ultimate Warrior did a commercial. Now, I wonder which commercial this is, because even though Macho Man Randy Savage is easily the best known spokesman for Slim Jim, right? You know, snap into a Slim Jim, right? The Ultimate Warrior actually did a Slim Jim commercial, but he also did commercials for a local used car vendor. So I'm wondering which one you're going to give us here. Okay, it's this. This is the one I thought it might be, but we might have to, if somebody else doesn't send it in, we might have to look up the, I think he was going by the Dingo Warrior. He wasn't even the Ultimate Warrior. It was before he was in the WWE, but he had basically the same attire, shorter hair, and a mustache. And he went by the Dingo Warrior, and he was selling used cars for one of those cheap local used car commercials. Like, you guys know what I'm talking about. It's fucking hilarious. But this one's classic too.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
You boys a bit bored?
I love how it's like you've been bored. Like it's a bad thing. Like, oh, time to take the controls into the nosedive if you've been bored.
Bored? Snap into it! Snap into a Slim Jim! Tear to the spice! Maybe just a taste! Hey, nice! Antique! Snap into it! Need a little excitement? Snap into a Slim Jim!
He's still insane, though. He's still absolutely insane. Yeah, you are boring? Oh, man, we need to splice that together. All right, you know what? I should take the audio from this and put it over Nemesis from Saber Rider when he says, you are boring, and just, you are bored? Better snap into a Saber Rider. Thank you, Nerdic Warrior, for that one. Tavern's Pull is up next and says, this has got to be the weirdest match between Hulk Hogan. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Hulk Hogan and The Undertaker. All right, let's see what you got here. They had a lot of weird matches. Undertaker, they like doing the casket match. I think there was something to do with the urn. He used to get his powers from the urn that Paul Bearer would carry down. You know, remember the fat guy? He's fat, right? And he was like the manager for the Undertaker. And he would be like, oh, yes. And he had the urn there. And that was like the source of the Undertaker's power. It's how it revived him. How he would like do the Jason Voorhees sit up when it thinks, you know, most of the wrestlers, they think it's all over. And then he would sit up. It was because of the urn, the power of the urn. Oh, this must be one of those cinematic matches. They've been doing those ever since COVID. I'm pretty sure the gun is a foreign object. I'm pretty sure that's not allowed.
Tag, you're it.
Oh, it's a tuxedo match. Now, is this guy a wrestler too? I mean, he's got a haircut. Look at that mullet. That is a wrestler mullet. Is this guy a wrestler too? And I just don't recognize him? Now let's see you try. And he's out. That's like a ring out right there. That's a ring out. Yeah, this is Suburban Commando. For anybody who doesn't know, this is a movie called Suburban Commando. Hulk Hogan's been in a bunch. There was like Mr. Nanny. Was it called Thunder in Paradise? I think was one of them. And then, of course, this one, Suburban Commando. And, of course, let's not forget No Holds Barred. Oh, he broke him in half. Broke him in half with that spear. Oh, they got the nails in the ring too, man. They're bringing everything in this one. Clothesline from hell. Foreign object. He's gonna blade. He's gonna cut him open.
You know, for a big guy, you're kind of light on your feet.
Man, Suburban Command. We got to do a watch party for that one. Suburban Commando's a classic. Thank you, Taverns Pull, for that. Next up from War Wicked, it says Ballroom Blitz, which I believe is a match type. I'm pretty sure that's one of that sounds like a Vince Russo match, but I'm pretty sure it's a real thing. Let's see what we got here. It's the actual Ballroom Blitz. Let's go. Oh no, it's Roman Reigns. Is this when he was a Paul Heyman guy? Is this when Roman Reigns left the Shield had disbanded and they were trying to make Roman Reigns the next big thing, which I think eventually it finally did catch on, but for a while there, everybody hated it. They were trying to make him the big dog and he was like a Paul Heyman guy.
Advocate for the greatest.
Hey, brother. What's happening?
A Stone Cold. Oh shit.
Brother?
Uh-oh. Becky Lynch, when she was still hot, before she was like the man or whatever she started calling herself, started acting all butch. Because she was a looker when she first showed up. And I think that's Charlotte Flair, Ric Flair's daughter.
Sean? Brett?
Oh, damn. How did they pull that off? These two guys hate each other in real life, or at least Bret Hart. I don't know about Shawn Michaels, because Shawn Michaels knows that it's just wrestling, right? But Bret Hart, he believes it's real. You know, he's like the actual guy from that one clip, that meme where it's like, it's still real to me, damn it. Right? Bret Hart actually believes wrestling is real. And he was so fucking salty over the Montreal screw job. So salty for decades and decades. So I'm kind of surprised that they got them to shake hands in this commercial. Like Shawn Michaels, he probably doesn't care because he knows it's fake. But like Bret Hart, like he's gonna go to his grave thinking that shit was real. They did bury the hatchet a while ago. Master Godai says they buried the hatchet a while ago. I mean, that's good. That's good to hear. I just remember for the longest time, like Bret Hart would always talk about it in interviews, like on podcasts and stuff. He was just the saltiest guy.
Sean? Brett?
Best ever for Rock!
Uh-oh. It's Sting! Oh, shit. I wasn't expecting to see Sting here. And there's Becky Lynch again. She's like, oh, somebody touched the cake and it wasn't mine. Superman punch? Superman punch.
Step inside my yard. Rated T for teen.
2K. Are those games still good? Because I remember a time when they were like, you know, pretty damn good, and then they started getting shitty. There were all those glitches. You know, speaking of memes, that was like an entire compilation of just glitches in the 2K games. I don't know if it was this particular one or if it happened later before this, but yeah. Was this the one? 2K20? This was the bad one. With all the glitches and stuff? Holy shit. Master Godai says Brett's major beef is with Goldberg. See, I'm telling you, man, even if he buried the hatchet with Shawn Michaels, he still thinks wrestling is like real, and he hates people that were, politicking in the background, in the backstage. They were politicking, they were hot dogging and grandstanding, right? Oh man, good stuff. Good stuff, man. Nostalgia. All right, let's see who's up next. That was from War Wicked. Thank you for that one, man. I actually haven't seen that commercial before. That was good stuff. Next is from Prince of the Abyss and says, one of the best wrestling origin stories since Kane. It's gotta be Kane. I don't know who has a better wrestling origin story than Kane.
Now say All Hail The Baroness!
There are pro player, casual one, and then those who play for fashion.
Let's go. Thank you, Daharka88. Hail, brother. Thank you. And hail the Baroness, too, man. She's rocking the boat there. All right, let's see what you got here for supposedly better origin story than Kane, but we'll be the judge of that. All right, now, I don't know. That was a quick cut there. I don't know. That was like a tiny mini skirt. We might be off. Earthquake. That was when Hulk Hogan body slammed Andre the Giant at Madison Square Garden. This is the actual footage. This is what happened. It was the big one. It was the earthquake.
1 magnitude earthquake shocked Mexico City. Thousands.
Yeah, they even felt it all the way down in Mexico City. It rang out from New York to Mexico when Hulk Hogan lifted the Giant and body slammed him in front of thousands of people at Madison Square Garden. They felt it down in Mexico. It'd be funny if like that's her origin story, is that she wants revenge on Hulk Hogan. He's not even in Lucha Underground, but that's her backstory, is that I'm here to get revenge on Hulk Hogan. And just some cake for the end. Why not? Why not? Just put that there at the end of the trailer. Oh my goodness. He became, before there was Earthquake, there was Earthquake. Or no, wait, was he Earthquake first and then Typhoon? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was Earthquake first and then later on he became Typhoon. Or was Tugboat Typhoon? I get them mixed up sometimes. But thank you, Prince of the Abyss. I don't know if that's better than Kane. I don't know. You know, like you say one of the best since Kane, so I guess you're still counting Kane as the best, because I would still count Kane's origin as the best. That one, it's like unforgettable, but, you know, not bad, not bad. Although I am going to go with my own personal lore that what caused the earthquake was Hogan body slamming Andre the Giant. All right, so next up from Painting and Rambling, it says lots of wrestler cameos, but the Rose McGowan scene is the most memorable. Okay, I think I know this movie. I'm pretty sure this is going to be from Ready to Rumble, but let me queue up here at the appropriate timestamp that you've provided. 132:35. All right, give me just a second here. Pause. 132:35. And it looks like that's the most replayed scene on YouTube as well. All right, let's check it out. Let's see what cameos we can catch in here. All right, so right out the gate, it's not Sting, but it's somebody wearing those Sting masks, those cheap plastic masks that they would sell at the events. I never got one, but you would see them all over the crowd. And then they would even use these. Remember the Sting imposter? When they were trying to decide, determine rather, which side is Sting? Is he going to join the NWO? Is he going to stay loyal to WCW? And they would have a bunch of Sting imposters wearing those cheap masks that they sold at the vendor.
Gordy, you look great in that uniform.
There's Cherry from Planet Terror.
And the fans love you. I think we should get back together.
Hey, Sasha?
Sean.
Sasha, I could never forgive you for what you did to Sal. You're a mean, mean lady. Sasha.
Shut up, Sean.
Sasha, you should.
Oh, shit.
Stand so close to the ring when there's a ladder match going on.
Damn, knocked her out cold. Waifu down. Waifu down. The video's a blank screen? Oh, shit. It is. That's weird. It shows up for me, but it's blanking it out. Damn. YouTube is like, because this is a YouTube movie. Yeah, you guys, there's nothing I can do to fix that. Because look, if I just switch the tab, you can see that, right? And if I switch back, they've blanked it out. Oh, wow. YouTube, it's the YouTube movies and TV, you know, like their official channel where you have to watch ads or whatever to be able to watch the movie. So they must have some sort of thing to protect from screen capture. That's really shitty. That is really shitty. Man, well, you missed Rose McGowan getting knocked out with the ladder there. I don't know of any way around that. I don't know how I can get around that.
them blocking it like that. That kind of sucks. Sorry about that, Painting and Rambling. If you want to send me another link, you don't have to do a super chat. Just like post the title of the video in the chat, and I'll keep an eye out for it to replace that one, because that kind of sucks. I didn't know that they did that. Yeah, YouTube is blanking it out. There's nothing I can do about it. Damn. But it was a funny clip though. Thank you for the clip. Next up from Chester Stevens, and it says Steve Austin's cameo on the Dilbert cartoon. Oh yeah, I was hoping this would get sent in. Let's go. Let's go.
Please rise for the...
Yeah, Duo Maxwell says that I used to download the YouTube movies in the past using the 4K video downloader, but now all you get is an error, which same thing. Like, I'm pretty sure it goes hand in hand. Like, however they do this screen capture block thing is how they also prevent it from being downloaded. They just they want you to watch it and sit through all the ads and stuff, I guess. Or you have to get YouTube Premium. I don't know. But that sucks. All right, so let's check out Judge Stone Cold Steve Austin.
The Honorable Judge Stone Cold Steve Austin!
I did the glass break. Oh, shit, it actually did the glass break. That's fucking awesome. Give me a hell yeah. Stone Cold Stunner. Stone Cold Stunner. He's dead.
Austin 316 says order in the court.
So they actually got him to voice it too.
Let's have opening arguments in the custody case of Dilbert versus the aliens, robots, cows, hillbillies, a billionaire, and 17 engineers.
Please.
That was awesome, man. I was hoping we'd get that clip. Thank you, Chester Stevens. All right. Next up from Painting and Rambling. Hopefully this one will not be a blank screen. I think it's just, well, I know it's because of the YouTube movie channel or whatever. We'll just have to steer clear from that. But this one says the Jeep got to fight, sort of, but didn't get a decent wrestling scene. The Jeep. All right, let's see what you got here.
Let the games begin.
This looks promising.
Of course.
He does look like a luchador in this movie. Now this Bane had to have been played by a wrestler. Does anybody know who this was? Because I know Kevin Nash was Super Shredder in Turtles 2: Secret of the Ooze, but this also has to be a wrestler. Who is this guy?
I've got some reckoning. It doesn't matter who we are. What matters is our plan.
It's Samson.
A minus. Current tenants.
Hello, my little pretty.
Hello yourself.
You look good enough to eat.
That I am.
Phrasing.
Come and get me, if you can.
I will break you.
With pleasure.
It will be extremely painful. Powerful agents to the uninitiated, but we are initiated.
The cartoon sound effects. This movie was so good.
I will show you where I have made my home whilst preparing to bring justice. The plan is proceeding as expected.
I'm still wondering what the comment about the Jeep. Where's the Jeep? Is that later on? Where's the Jeep? I'm confused by that part. I don't know. We can't watch too much of this since it's like just movie clips, even though the audio has been altered. But thank you, Painting and Rambling, for that one. All right, next up from Tavern's Pool, and it says, Loki Thorson, this one's for you. All right, this one's for you, Loki. I wonder if it's going to be some sort of troll clip, because that's what Loki, you know, God of Mischief, right? That's what he loves to do. Troll us with some clips. Let's see what we got here. Oh, shit. Let's go.
Okay, what's going on here? Okay, you see the guy getting in the ring? That's Rocky Johnson. Man, he's the best. The best. They're not even fighters. I mean, it's all tricks. I could get up there right now. Ah, damn! He dropped that guy right on his head.
Red loves it. He loves it. I would like to see Red Foreman cut a promo, you know, just start calling everybody the dumbass. Oh, the Jeep was the actor. Okay, thank you. Was that actually The Rock, though? Playing Rocky Johnson right there? Was that actually The Rock? This must have been before he became super famous. Because everybody hated The Rock at first when he was, what did he go by? Like Rocky something. It wasn't just The Rock. It was like Rocky, and I don't think it was Rocky Johnson. But everybody freaking hated him, though. Rocky Maivia. Thank you, Master Godai. That's right. It was Rocky Maivia. And everybody fucking hated him. Yeah, Ronin X. I hope that's a clip somebody sent in. Matt Hardy, when he was in his delete phase. Delete, delete. We must now make another expedition. I have had a stunning premonition. Holy shit, man. I like, what was it Broken Matt? I think he just referred to himself as Broken Matt Hardy when he would start yelling about deleting things and having premonitions about how they had to take an expedition to other worlds, parts unknown. Wait, this is the Hardy Boys in the ring? That's Matt and Jeff right there? Oh, shit. Delete! 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 Yeah, I can see it. I can see his face now. I can tell. Yeah, that is Matt Hardy. Holy shit. That's crazy. That's awesome. I never knew that. Like, I've seen that episode of that 70s show before, and I recognized Rocky Maivia, but I did not recognize the Hardy Boys in there. That's fucking hilarious. Holy shit. Yeah, Broken Matt Hardy and Brother Nero. Brother Nero. Yeah, man, we need some of those promos. I hope somebody sent those in. We need some of those. All right, that was Tavern's Pull for Loki there. And Daharka 88.
Will you jump in the ring for your waifu?
Always. Oh, and T-Bone!
310 to 340, just something extra, the only wrestling I watch these days.
Thank you, T-Bone Tony. Let's go. Adding to that health bar there, and now you're up to a respectable 45 hit points on the health bar there. Thank you so much. All right, so next one up is from Alchemy, and it just says, woo! All right, let's see what you got. He's jet flying, limousine riding, styling and profiling. The Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Let's go. It's literally a 1 second clip, just 1 second of woo. Let's go. Thank you, Alchemy. That was awesome. All right, let's see who's up next here. We got Prince of the Abyss is up next, and it says, and now a brief history, in quotes, of Lucha by one based essay with a familiar sounding name. All right. Let's see. I'm assuming it's going to be more Lucha Underground.
When a luchador would lose in battle, more than just his honor was taken from him.
They took his mask.
Orale, my name is Conan.
Conan. Holy shit. See, I'm not like overly familiar with Conan. I know he was really popular in the Mexican wrestling scene, but I only ever saw him in WCW, again, towards the end of its life, when he was part of the Filthy Animals. I think that was the stable. I'm pretty sure they were called the Filthy Animals. And it was all like the Mexicans. You know, it was him, it was Rey Mysterio, it was Juventud Guerrera, and I don't even remember. There were probably a couple others. But that was basically like the theme, it was just Mexicans. And it was pretty goofy too, because they were like the homie type Mexicans. Like, you guys remember homies? Those little like figures that you get from the quarter machines. And it would be like a bunch of like Mexicans dressed as like gangsters, like thug type gangsters, right? Guerrero. Sorry, mispronounced that. I gotta mispronounce somebody's name. If you're not in chat, I'm gonna mispronounce it on the stream here.
Centuries before us, there were 7 Aztec tribes. Each tribe had its own champion, the original luchadores. Aztec luchadores would claim the head of their fallen opponent, which is why the mask has become the symbol of life. If a luchador loses...
Yeah, I can't really behead anyone in the ring there. It's not going to fly on network television.
His mask, he loses everything. I've been in this business for 3 decades. People have called me a legend, but the true legend of lucha doesn't run in my veins. It runs in his. My new protege, Prince Puma.
Prince Puma.
Prince Puma was born to be a lucha libre legend. It's in his blood. The myth of his family's tribe.
He was born with a mask on. Like, he had like a little baby lucha mask.
Shown him his destiny. But in Lucha Underground, I will show him his glory.
Yeah, Taverns Full. This is like watching the History Channel talking about the Aztecs and stuff. Super accurate. Definitely 100% real. All right, thank you, Prince of the Abyss, for that one. Next up from Duo Maxwell says, I didn't grow up with wrestling, but I recently got a taste of wrestling show called WWF Superstars over on the Rival channel. Don't you be a traitor. Don't you be a traitor. But yeah, WWF Superstars was actually, that was the show that was on when I was a young bacon bit, and I even went to one of the live shows. I still have my ticket stub from the live show from the WWF Superstars. I got to see Big Boss Man fight the Mountie. All right, he was fighting the Mountie. You remember the guy? He was basically Canadian Big Boss Man, but he had like a cattle prod, because Big Boss Man had the nightstick. You know, he would like twirl it around. He'd beat people up with the nightstick. But then the Mountie came in, and he was from Canada, and we didn't like foreigners back in the 80s, right? You know, it was like, oh, boo, he's from Canada. Even though, like, who cares if he's from, you know, it's just a Mountie from Canada. But still, it was like, no, USA, USA. So he was fighting a Big Boss Man, and he pulled out the cattle prod and would, like, electrocute him and shit. It was crazy. But let's see what you got here.
Were totally reprehensible. The man I'm talking about, who along with his advisor stood out on this very stage and burned a full-length poster of the immortal Hulk Hogan.
Oh, not the poster. He burned a poster? Oh, that's unforgivable right there. Yeah, the Mountie always gets his man.
The man that exemplifies everything.
I like how the face it looks like he's actually on fire, because that poster of Hogan all coked out and shit, and he looks like he's actually on fire.
That is Americana. Now then, accompanied by General Adnan, here is the World Wrestling Federation champion, Sergeant Slaughter.
Oh shit, yeah, that's right. This is when Sergeant Slaughter betrayed America and he started siding with the Iraqis. You know, he had that was General Adnan. I can't remember who played him, but he had the Iron Sheik as one of his other guys in there too. And he was a traitor. He was a traitor. Don't be a traitor, Duo Maxwell.
Don't be like Sergeant Slaughter here.
What's General Adnan carrying now? Rod, what was that?
I couldn't quite.
Rules t-shirt. Wait a minute, gentlemen. What is
Oh
this?
no, not the t-shirt. First the poster, and now the t-shirt. You're out of control, buddy. This is completely out of line. Completely out of control. You can't keep burning merchandise. That's Hulk merchandise. It's guaranteed to sell. What are you doing? I love how everybody's just booing the ceiling off the place. I love it. They're like, boo, boo this foreigner.
That answers our question.
Sergeant.
You face, if you shut your hole, stand at attention and listen up. I'll tell you what this is. In my eyes, and in the eyes of my commanding officer, General Adnan, this is nothing more than a mere piece of cloth.
Is that supposed to be? That's what is exactly what it is. Yes, Sergeant Slaughter. It is just a piece of cloth. You're not really. I don't know why. Other than that, you've got a foreigner in here, and it's in front of a very based audience, booing the hell out of this foreigner and you for being a traitor. Then what are you really trying to prove? Burning a T-shirt? Because you're right. It is just a piece of cloth.
But in the eyes, and in the minds, and even in the little bitty hearts of millions and millions of puke-maniacs.
That was his thing too. He always called everybody pukes. He called Mean Gene a puke face just then. And of course the Hulk Hogan fans are puke-maniacs. That was his thing, man.
This simple piece of cloth symbolizes truth, justice, and the Hulk Hogan way.
Which is an American tradition.
Soon.
But Hulk Hogan is a real American. His theme song told us so.
You and I will be entering the battlefield, the war zone at WrestleMania.
USA! You guys hear the USA chant? It's starting to swell up in the background. USA! USA! Let's get a USA chant in chat. Get a USA chant in chat.
Los Angeles, California.
USA! USA!
I want you to come in to that
USA!
ring at WrestleMania with your Patriot missile arms loaded and bring along some extra ammunition.
They're drowning out Sergeant Slaughter there. You can barely hear him over the roaring chants of the Puke-maniacs. USA! USA!
Because I, Sergeant Slaughter, am one bad mother scud, and I'm not going to be easy to knock down. Hulk rules.
They should have got one of those wrestling buddies right there. Do you guys remember those things? Those little pillows, the wrestling buddies? They should have burnt one of those. The Hulk Hogan wrestling buddy. That would have sent a message.
It's nothing more than a cruel Hulk. Hulk rules. These are the kind of rules that the General and I break. Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 7. You and all your puke-maniacs and Hulkamania are gonna go up in flames.
Damn, what the hell is that shirt made out of? Did they have it pre-soaked in gasoline? You're gonna die if you're wearing one of those shirts and like smoking a cigarette.
You know, the cherry actually comes out the cigarette, lands on your shirt. You're going to combust. Holy shit. It was pretty cheap merchandise, though.
Can't believe this.
That's disgusting.
2 weeks until D-Day.
That's insane. Oh, man. Yeah, that was peak WWF, man. The Hulkamania era in the late 80s, early 90s. That was peak. That was the best. I mean, like, I love the Attitude Era. Don't get me wrong. Attitude Era was good too. But I don't think anything ever will top that. Tyrant Bull fueling up the thrust bus.
We all need a waifu announcer like this to introduce us at the start of a match.
Oh, you know what? That's not a bad idea for Waifu Mania. You know, I have the entrances. I make like little videos where the waifu's like walking down from the stage towards the ring with the wrestler that they're dressed as with their theme song playing. But now I'm thinking maybe we should have a waifu announcer as well, and a waifu referee in a little striped shirt and tiny mini skirt, you know? I'm surprised we haven't seen more interest. We got the Kenny Omega Sephiroth interest, but I'm surprised we haven't gotten more interest.
0 o'clock to 0:10, different sport, but this would make a great wrestling victory speech from Australia, mate.
Oh, thank you, T-Bone. Thank you. All right, next one up is from Prince of the Abyss, and it says, here's a ladies' touch for Lucha from a self-proclaimed baddest bish in the building. Man, you're going all out with the Lucha Underground stuff tonight. Let's see what you got.
I am Ivelisse here at Lucha Underground, and I'm an in-your-face type of chick.
She's wearing a chainmail bikini, kind of like the Red Sonja thing going on right there.
And I'm with Son of Havoc. What do I bring to Lucha Underground? I bring every type of wrestling style and a lot of attitude. Well, pretty much.
You bring a chainmail bikini and fishnet stockings. I believe that's what you bring.
To trample.
Yeah, she stole Sliced Ice's top. Either that or Red Sonja, man. She took it right out of them.
Anyone who stands in my way. An exciting, high-flying, explosive battle where warriors from all over the world come to meet their destiny. Bueno todos, aquí Ivelisse, and I invite all of you to check out Lucha Underground on El Rey Network. Prepárense, because it's gonna blow your mind.
El Rey. Is the El Rey Network still around? Anybody know? Is the El Rey Network still around? They used to show a bunch of awesome movies. Kind of like what we do in OBTV, just like a bunch of old B movies. It was great. Yeah, she's going real old school with that chainmail, exactly. Thank you, Prince of the Abyss. Yeah, afraid not. R.I.P. I figured, man. It did not seem, that channel did not seem like it would be long for this world, but it was cool though. It was definitely a cool channel while it lasted. We got a double header here from Prince of the Abyss, back to back. This next one says that this guy always gave me Lucha Batman vibes, even though his motif is something more mythical. Is it Luchasaurus?
Arose as a man.
That's a cool outfit. That is a cool outfit though. Better than Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. That's kind of what the silhouette reminded me of, because he had that same sort of collar. You know, it's like, kind of like a dragon wing collar. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat would have that. But he was just wearing like a headband and it looked kind of goofy. It was cool when he would breathe fire though. Aw, no breathing fire. He loses points for that. Especially because they could have done that with Lucha Underground, with how it was all like cinematic, how they filmed it. They could have done that. All right, let's see. We're going to the next page. Let me refresh here to make sure nothing's getting skipped. I think we're all up to date. So next up is from War Wicked, and it says Scott Steiner versus Triple H arm wrestling. Hell yeah. Now this is what I'm talking about. This is some jank. This is some jank right here. Let's go. Oh shit. He's got the chainmail on. Look at this. Look at Scott Steiner, man. He just looks insane. Before you even see the video play, before you hear anything, just look at him. He's wearing the chainmail. He's roided out, big roidy Magoo. He looks absolutely zooked out of his mind. You see why he's my favorite?
I don't know, Freakzilla better be careful because this could very well be a trap. Bring it! Look at the
He's really serious about this arm wrestling match.
size of that arm. It is freakish.
It's all about the game.
There's Triple H. There's no slouch either when it comes to bicep, but
Yeah, Triple H looks pretty roided out too. Holy shit. Like, I don't know. Who do you think's gonna win? Yeah, 100% natural. Exactly, Rex Rude. Totally 100% natural. No roids here.
you better watch yourself there, Scott.
Time to play the game.
St. Adam says they're mutants. They're fucking mutants. Well, I mean, Steiner does refer to himself as a genetic freak, so not that far off. They practically are mutants.
Time to play the game.
We got referee Jack Doan in the ring. I think this is going to be the real deal.
Oh, he's doing the classic handshake. Was that a reference? Was that a callback to the Mega Powers, Macho Man and Hulk Hogan, when they did that like way over the top, like dramatic handshake, and Macho Man especially had to like go in at a weird angle to show like, oh look, we're shaking hands. I wonder if that was a reference right there. WWE Mutants. I think that's a toy line, right? Didn't they make mutant action figures out of them? What the fuck was that?
Look at the intensity. Look at the faces on these guys.
Oh, let's go, Daryl Walick. What's going on? Hail.
6:15 to 6:49 we start with smack talk and end with my version of the super kick. Try not to laugh, I dare you.
Oh, I'm not gonna be able to pass that test, dude. Look, this shit is cracking me up. Look at these stupid faces. Look at the face that Triple H is like vibrating over here. You know, he's like convulsing. This shit cracks me up. Thank you, Daryl Walick. And tell your lady, your girlfriend. I think Lady Poison was her name. Tell her thank you too, man. You got a good woman there.
Nobody's got the advantage. Wait a minute.
Dude, they're gonna like a vein is gonna explode. You know, they're gonna like pop a blood vessel in their eye or something, man. This doesn't look healthy. Doesn't look healthy at all. It's even funnier if he's pretending. I see some people in the chat saying he's pretending to struggle. That's the thing. If they are just faking it, which is a very good chance they are, it is wrestling, right? That's even funnier. That this is Triple H acting. You know, this is cinema. Give him the Golden Globe or whatever the TV award is, the Emmy for the TV. Man, this is acting. Man, he's turning bright red. It looks like he's about to burst a blood vessel. That's kind of crazy. I don't know, man. I don't know.
This is unbelievable. What the hell is he?
See, Scott Steiner, he wasn't showing any sign of struggle the whole time. He was just toying with them the whole time. It's so over the top. This is like Looney Tunes, man. Look at him. He's going sideways. He's flipping the chair out from under him. This is like Looney Tunes.
He's doing everything he can. Look out, he put your
Oh, man, the chainmail came out. Look at that. Watch the chainmail go flying off his head. One, two, three. That he pinned him. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. It's so ridiculous. It's so over the top. I mean, Triple H would come back to win the pose down. He won the pose down. But yeah, he was verily beaten there by Scott Steiner. Holy shit, man. What a victory. What a victory. He flipped the table too. You gotta love him, man. You gotta love Scott Steiner. He's fucking hilarious. Thank you, Warwicked, for that one. Good stuff. Next up from Loki Thorson, and it says, for the station master's consideration, a new entree for Radio Bacon. All right, let's see what you got. Are we gonna get some Macho Man rap? Is this some Macho Man rap? Oh no, this is something else entirely. What the hell? What the hell is this?
Well, the wife went out of town about a year or so back and left me home by myself to batch, and after 5 straight nights of TV, I was ready to scream. So I called up this beer drinking buddy of mine. I said,
Is that China? Do you have a China poster back there?
Go to wrestling matches and let off a little steam. Well, now, I'd never seen the matches before, and when we reached that arena door, the crowd was already backed up plumb out in the street. Yeah, people were pushing and shoving like cattle. Just getting in line was a heck of a battle. We had to fight like the devil, but we finally got ringside seats. We bought a program as we passed through the door, went to Section D, seats 3 and 4, and about that time, the announcer stepped in the ring. He said, tonight's the greatest card ever been signed. Got a tag team match that'll blow your mind. And then they lowered the lights and the crowd began to scream. He introduced the Spider.
Is that Spider-Man? Wait, what is going on here? That's not Tobey Maguire. Wait a minute, that's not Tobey Maguire.
From parts unknown with his trusted partner, the Blue Cyclone, and they were taking on a team that never had been beat. And then the ref checked them over and the rules were explained, and
Bonesaw is ready.
somebody hollered, the Spider's got a chain! And then in came the Vulture with his manager, Sneaky Pete. Well, they rang the bell and all hell broke loose. My legs were shaking like a rubber goose. I ain't never seen nothing like this, not even in the war. The Cyclone put the Vulture in an airplane spin. Then he body slammed him and he did it again. I swear I didn't see how that old boy could take much more.
Fucking crazy, man.
There was this little old lady right next to me. If she was a day, she was 83, but she raised more sand than any man I've ever seen. Yeah, she screamed and cussed in the Cyclone.
Is that Kevin Sullivan? Is that Kevin Sullivan dressed up as the old lady again? The Taskmaster? You got to make sure it's not the Taskmaster dressed up as the old lady. If you know, you know.
Face till they carried her out like a basket case. And then the police came and formed a circle round the ring. It was right about then in the
Don't
thick of
feed the
things,
wrestlers.
my buddy Bill threw a chair in the ring, and that's when I knew we better be heading for the door. Because I saw that Cyclone looking at us, and he's rubbing his head.
That's another thing we need for the Waifu Mania event.
At us, and he's
We need ring girls to announce the match. Let you know what round it is, who's up next.
rubbing his head and starting to cuss, and I knew if he caught us, he'd break Bill's neck for sure. Well, now where we parked wasn't too.
Man, that's funny. I've actually never seen this video. Like, I've heard of Ray Stevens, but never seen that one before. Thank you, Loki Thorson. Next up from Duo Maxwell, and it says, speaking of Waifu Wrestling Federation, here's a wrestling video game that calls out to you, waifu-loving bacon ears. I think I know what this is. I think we're getting some Rumble Roses here. Let's see. Let's see what we're getting. Is this a trailer? Oh no, this is like an actual match. Hold on a second. It is Rumble Roses. I was right about that, but it's like a match. We've got El Diablo.
Waifu Wrestling, LFG.
Let's fucking go. Yeah, hell yeah, Wolvie. Thank you, man. So we've got Evil Rose fighting Bloody Shadow here. She's grabbing a handful of hair. Takes her down in an armbar. That's Chris Jericho's favorite move there, the armbar takedown. What's this? Oh no, that's okay. That's a little over the top there. Oh, she just ran into the ropes and fell over. This is a glitchy, buggy match. She's going for the pin. Going for the pin after a glitch out. That's not going to be a 3 count. Super kick! Super kick to the Evil Rose. Oh, look at that. Massive super kick delivered by Bloody Shadow. Worthy of Vince himself. Worthy of knocking Vince right out of the chair. Oh, nice recovery. Goes for a spinning super kick there. But gets the backdrop instead. Oh no, not another one of these. It's so ridiculous, so over the top. But yeah, that's from Rumble Roses. That's an actual game. It is real. It does exist. And it is basically Waifu Wrestling, the video game. And despite it looking a little janky there, I've heard that it's decent as far as the mechanics go. It's not gonna defeat those Nintendo 64 games like No Mercy or NWO Revenge. But you know, it's decent enough for being like a clear. I mean, you could see the clear gimmick there was the waifus and the skimpy outfits. Normally games like that are pretty shitty, but I've heard that one's decent. I think it was on the original Xbox, maybe the 360. Can't remember exactly, or PS3 maybe, PS2, PS3, somewhere around in that era. Prince of the Abyss is up next and says, last one for me. I saved my favorite one for last. Cero me. I don't speak Spanish. I'm not even gonna try. I'm not even gonna try.
I have 2 special videos I'd like to share if you'll allow it.
Oh, War Wicked. Well, what do you got? What do you got? Is that special in like what way? That because the fact you need to ask for permission, I'm a little concerned. But yeah, I mean, go ahead and send them in. At the very least, I can scrub through and make sure it's, you know, appropriate and all. But yeah, I don't speak a Spanish, so not sure what that says there. But we'll check it out here. What you got? One last one from Lucha Underground.
Lucha Libre encompasses all.
Wait. Was that fuck, what's his name?
Lucha Libre.
That guy right there. That guy right there in the skull. What La Parka? Is that La Parka? He would always he'd take the chair and like play it as a guitar. I always thought he was more of a comedy character. I didn't know he was in Lucha Underground. La Parka, he was in WCW. And all I remember him being is he would do like a funny dance and he would take a chair, play it like a guitar, like air guitar, you know, on the chair, and then bash someone with it. And it was entertaining. It was so stupid that it was funny. Could be pretty old at saying La Parka. Is this the Digivolved? La Parka Digivolved and became this, the flute and everything going. I'm surprised they didn't hit the gong, you know. Bwong, Far East. The samurai went extinct because they didn't know how to lucha. This is official lore. The History Channel. This is all taken from the History Channel. It's very accurate. This is actually how he wears the no fear t-shirts. That's how you know he's got zero fear. Pentagon Jr. Interesting. Well, like I was saying before, though, that Lucha Underground was like even more over the top with their characters, and they made them seem like they actually had superpowers and stuff. It was pretty crazy. That's his thing, breaking arms. Nice. Jericho would approve. Chris Jericho would approve. He loves a good armbar. So thank you, Prince of the Abyss, for that one. Next up from Michael Russum, and it says, I'm late, but always thought these two were great. All right, let's see what you got here.
And now,
Piper's Pit. Piper's Pit. Let's go. At the hot rod. And we got War Wicked with the visit from the Gyat Fairy.
This is a video you requested a few months ago. Enjoy.
Oh shit, good memory, man. Thank you. And Duo Maxwell.
A black nerd and a black cop fight in the wrestling ring.
That sounds like the start of a joke. That sounds like the start of an edgy joke. Thank you guys. All right, we got Hot Rod here, Piper's Pit.
We got something special for you. You viewing this here, this pit, this will probably be, will be one of the last pits you'll ever see. And I want you to know something. I want you to know something that my...
Oh, he dropped it. He dropped that. What was he juggling there? He dropped it. It's like a screwdriver or something. He dropped it.
I want you to know something. I want you to know something that all my life I've given it 110%, and come 2 weeks WrestleMania, I'm fighting Adrian Adonis. And if he don't cut my hair, I'm going to cut his hair. The only thing he's going to need is a bell and a sheet, and he can go around ringing bells, because he's going to be the ugliest thing you ever did see.
Dude, Hot Rod was pretty crazy. Roddy Piper. I should have included him talking about the promos and stuff, because he would go off. He did some pretty... Speaking of that start to a joke, the super chat that just sent in said a black cop and a black nerd are fighting in a wrestling ring. Yeah, speaking of a start of a joke like that, you know, Roddy Piper, he was fighting a black wrestler once, and he painted himself half black, like he gave himself half blackface, but not just, he didn't just stop at the face. He went down the entire side of his body. So he was like, and I remember he told a story about how difficult it was to get that stuff to wash off. And so he went around the next couple days in like half blackface. It was fucking hilarious.
One thing in this match here, I ain't going out a loser. There will be no retreat, and there will be no surrender in this match 2 weeks from now. I have another person whose career...
Obi-Wan Jabroni. What's going on, Obi-Wan Jabroni? Good to see you, man. Dude cut a promo in Alcatraz. Yeah, he was crazy. Piper was crazy, man.
Make movies. The other fella in this has a problem also.
Uh-oh. It's Hulk Hogan.
His name is the world's heavyweight champion, Hulk Hogan. Does look good on you, champ.
You know, I heard your rap out here, man. I heard you calling out Adrian Adonis, and I know Rowdy.
This is definitely coked out Hogan, because look at how he's just like, he's jittering, man. He's about to burst out of his skin.
I heard your rap out here, man. I heard you calling out Adrian Adonis.
Look at him jolt every time he starts talking. He is definitely on the stuff.
And I know Roddy Piper. You earned the name Roddy Piper, and there ain't no way that you would let any fat boy put a sleeper on you and make Roddy Piper lay down.
And I'll tell you something. Since I only got 2 weeks left, I'm going to say something from the bottom of my heart. They'd have to bury you 6 feet under the ground to get that belt off you, man.
He's not lying. He's actually not lying. I don't know if Roddy Piper knew exactly how true those words were, but yeah, you're gonna have to wait till Hogan's good and dead before he ever gives up the belt, brother. That doesn't work for me, brother. I think I need to go over, dude. I gotta retain the belt, brother.
But wait a second. Wait, please. This is probably the most important bit I ever done. There's all kinds of people out there saying that you don't stand a chance. They're saying this guy is 7'5". Andre the Giant is 500 pounds. Andre the Giant has never been defeated. Andre the Giant is going to beat you. You don't stand a chance. You're the underdog. They're putting you down like nothing I have ever seen before, man. I know how big he is, man. The whole world knows how big he is. I'm not saying I'm bigger than him. We don't even know how strong he is.
But I'm more coked out than him, brother. Just look at these eyes. Just look at this zooked out face right here. This is the perfect pause screen right here. Just look how zooked out Hogan looks. I may not be bigger than him, brother, but I've done a lot more coke, dude.
He really is. I don't know if I can pick him up, but I'll try. That's the difference. I'll try. And you know, when I saw him out there with Bobby the Weasel Heenan, I knew he was different. We're fighting for different reasons, man. He's out there with the Weasel. He's changed, man. It's the money, the ego, the greed, everything the Weasel stands for.
He's the Weasel, man. I saw him out there with the Weasel, brother. I swear it wasn't just hallucinations from all the drugs, dude. It was Bobby the Weasel, brother.
And I'm fighting for all those Hulkamaniacs, that whole generation of Hulksters. When he dug down on Piper's Pit and ripped my shirt and my crucifix off, he tore the heart and the souls out of all those little Hulksters. And I'll get you for that, Andre.
Let's go. Daryl Walick, let's go.
2:30 to end. Don't mess with these referees. Fun note, my girlfriend used to
wrestle. Oh, really? Was she in Lucha Underground? Was she one of the ones we saw in Lucha Underground there? Or was it like on the indie circuit? Holy shit, look at this pause screen. Holy shit, imagine seeing that coming at you in a dark alley. Look at this fucking pause screen right here. Oh, man. He is on all the coke. Whoa, buddy. That is a profile picture right there. Alchemy, if you're still out there, I know you like to take a good profile picture whenever we get a zooked out pause freeze frame from channel surfing. I think you got one here. I think we have a winner. I think we have a winner right here. Holy shit.
Giant.
Yeah, look at that big old handshake right there. Not as epic as the one with Macho Man, but not bad, not bad. Holy shit, man, that was crazy. All right, thank you, Michael Russum. Next up from Painting and Rambling, just says, one of us? Is it one of us? Could it be? Oh, shit. Oh, this one's starting off pretty good. Oh, wait, no, that's a pig. Oh, no, wait, no, there are. I thought I saw waifus. Okay, well, yeah, there are waifus in the mud. He's like, you know, I probably should jump in and rescue her, but let's see how this plays out. I think she's got this. You know what? I think she's got this one. Yeah, she's got this. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. I don't think she needs my help at all. And this guy's like, hey, what you doing? What are you doing over here, bud? Oh, I see. Yeah. Let's not help them yet. Is this really from Tomb Raider? It says it's Lara Croft Tomb Raider. I've probably only seen that movie once. I barely remember it, and I don't remember this part. This is real? They're saying Relic Hunter. Okay. Because I was about to say, there's no way this was in a fucking Tomb Raider
Rock
movie.
is the right of all sentient beings. Optimus Prime.
Let's go. Thank you, Warwicked, man. Appreciate it. Rock is the right of all sentient beings. Let's rock out.
You guys enjoying the show?
Yeah. You know, it's a shame that Relic Hunter gets blocked. I was, because I've been recommended this a lot for watch parties over on Bacon Bits on the second channel. And so I tried it a while ago and it got blocked. I mean, we could do it in OBTV, but it's a shame that we can't do full episodes on YouTube. They only allow clips like this.
Yeah.
It's literally, we have Tomb Raider at home. Yeah, because that's, I mean, it says right in the, I don't know if you guys can see that. Are you able to see that? Yeah, you can see it on the screen there. It says Lara Croft Tomb Raider. So whoever uploaded the video labeled it Tomb Raider. And that's what I thought it was at first. But then I was like, wait a minute, neither of these look like Angelina Jolie. And I don't remember a mud wrestling scene in the Tomb Raider movie.
You better watch your back.
Oh, ruined it. Spoiled sport. Boo. Boo this man. Boo this man. He ruined the whole fucking scene. Hold on. We're just gonna skip that part. Nobody cares about that. Relic Hunter. All right. We'll have to check that out on a watch party. Thank you, Painting and Rambling. Next up from Michael Russum, we got, well, I was going to say it's a double header, but it looks like there's a duplicate in here. So I'm not sure. But since you sent the same one, because I know you might not have known that it doesn't do the $2 ones anymore, but you sent it twice, which equals $4. So we'll go ahead and watch it. It says, here's a fun one.
Think you're mean, Cobra? Wait till you meet Slaughter's Marauders. Slaughter's Marauders camouflage, they can't be seen. But you better believe they're mean, they're mean. There's me, and Spirit, and Footloose on the attack.
Slaughter's Marauders to the rescue.
Hey, this!
Go, Joe!
Nobody beats G.I. Joe! G.I. Joe, Slaughter's Marauders!
Equalizer, Armadillo, and Lynx, figures sold separately.
Nobody beats G.I. Joe! Yo-Joe!
Now, is this toy commercial coming out at the same time when in WWE he was the traitor? He was like the Iraqi sympathizer? That would be kind of crazy.
And finally from me, when Hulkamania and the Macho Man unite forces and the Mega Powers is born.
Yeah, the Mega Powers. And then later on they break up and the Mega Powers explode. I remember that shit, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, so yeah, that was a good one, Michael Russum. Like, there were a lot of those G.I. Joe commercials that Slaughter would do, the commercials as well. Of course, he voiced the character. And I remember in the movie, he was talking about sending the new recruits home in an itty bitty ditty bag. But I'm wondering if, like, during that same time, if that was the story arc, the Iraqi sympathizer story arc. I actually wonder that. Lyndon Lukeen, what's going up, man? You're lurking in the chat there. Well, it's good to see you, buddy. But we do have a double header here from Michael Russum. So that was the first one. The second one just says a classic. A classic. We've had quite a few classics tonight. Uh-oh.
All right,
oh
ladies.
no, did you preemptive? Oh shit. You might have preemptively snaked Warwicked there just by accident, but it's all look at this head. Now, I think at this point, this might not actually be the same clip. Because at this point, I'm pretty sure they had already done the handshake once before, because it was like after a match or something. Because Macho Man was wearing a different outfit. He was wearing like his wrestling trunks, and they did, you know, an over the top, over dramatic handshake, and they tried to recreate it here. So you'll see this is kind of like the abridged version because they go right into it. You can see they're already about to do the handshake because they're like interviewing with Mean Gene and showing that, yeah, they are aligned. The Mega Powers have formed.
To make
But I love how Macho Man has to hold his wrist. You know, he's got the hand ready to shake and then he's holding his wrist. That's when it goes Magna. Okay, that's when the claw goes Magna there. He's ready for the Magna handshake right there.
Mega Powers meeting here tonight. Hulk Hogan, what is happening?
Well, you know, me and Gene, we really don't know what we're dealing with here, man. And
you know me, Gene, I don't really know how to do a proper handshake. You know, Mean Gene, I've done enough coke before coming out here that I forgot how handshakes work. And I'm pretty freaked out right now, brother.
I'm just kind of a little worried about locking up here.
I don't know what could happen here, dude, because I know Macho Man is on almost as much coke as me, brother. And there might actually be an explosion if our hands meet. If we have a handshake here, it might burn the building down, dude.
So because we just might blow the whole planet up, you know.
He said, we might just blow the whole planet up, brother. Holy shit, he actually said it.
Worried about locking up here because we just might blow the whole planet up.
Look at that. Yeah, it's so much testosterone and cocaine. Oh, we might just blow the whole planet up, dude. But consequences be damned. We're gonna shake hands anyway, brother. Look at that face, man. That is Hulk Hogan, right? He's on the Zook. He's so zooked out right here. Zook level is it's off the charts. It's off the charts. It's a dangerous combination. What? So apparently Macho Man has like some different type of shit that Hogan's not used to, you know? He's got, I guess he gets his coke over in California, you know, when he's hanging and banging with Brutus the Barber Beefcake over in Cali. You know, they have some different stuff. But then Macho Man, he's from Florida, so he's got a whole new brand, and Hogan wasn't ready for it. And now he thinks the world is going to explode. The whole planet is going to combust. And then they shake hands like out of frame. Did you guys notice that? Like it cuts back, you know, it's all zoomed in. And then look, we don't even get to see. I guess the planet didn't explode though. Fucking crazy. Oh, he just said, I don't think I'm going to be coming down. Yeah, because you guys are high as shit.
Don't you worry about the hit over the head, man. I'm just worried about where
I'm just worried about where we're getting our next score of coke, brother. I need another 8-ball, dude.
we're going from here. Is it this stratosphere, man? Is it the ionosphere with the madness and the mania?
They're going to the zookosphere, okay? It's not the ionosphere. It's not the atmosphere. You didn't discover another solar system. You're in the zookosphere, okay? You're in the Zookverse. You're on a whole nother plane of existence.
As one guiding force, we could go ahead and take the whole
Hold on, I gotta get that. These freeze frames, man. Look at this shit.
I
cannot believe.
Wait.
As one guiding force, we could go ahead and...
We like Zook, see? No, man, he's just zooking out. He'll be okay. We like Zook, see?
Holy shit, man. Holy shit. Zooked out of his mind. Zooked out of his mind, dude. Holy shit. What's going on? What is this? Pasta Mania's running wild, brother. I don't know, man. He's on another planet. Look at his face there. Holy shit. You got yours, Alchemy. You got your screenshot there. There's so many to choose from. Okay, it's like a smorgasbord of freeze frames here. There's so many to choose from for a new profile picture. Holy shit. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Thank you, Michael Russum. All right, next up from Painting and Rambling says, a Baconeer favorite makes it to the wrestling stream. Oh, we got another classic, maybe a meme origin like we saw earlier with Scott Steiner. Oh shit, I know exactly what this is. This is a classic Baconeer favorite. Let's go.
Whoa, Sting and Sid Vicious battled for the heavyweight title in Halloween Havoc 90. And this year...
I bet you guys weren't expecting to see Elvira tonight. I bet nobody was expecting to see Elvira tonight.
It's gonna be bigger and better.
Whoa, buddy. Where's the pop-up?
Boobs!
Vinny's freaking out.
So many boobies!
Whoa, buddy.
Prepare for Sting, Sid Vicious, Lex Luger, and more.
I got a charge out of that. How about you, Sid Vicious?
Sting! Halloween Havoc's gonna be one nightmare you'll never forget!
And neither will you.
Halloween Havoc 90, a live pay-per-view, Saturday, October 27th.
Just remember that Sid Vicious has half the brain that you do. That was another classic promo right there. I have half the brain that you do. Sid Vicious, man. He was pretty wild too. Thank you, Painting and Rambling, for that one. Next up from Tavern's Poll says this is one of the stupidest movies in moves, not movies. This is one of the stupidest moves in wrestling, but I don't care. It's also one of the funniest setup moves that everyone knows is coming the second it starts. I mean, that can describe a couple of them. Like, a couple are coming to mind. I don't know exactly which one this will be. I saw some people guessing the worm. Is that what it's going to be?
I just made that up now.
Because there's a... Oh, shit, it is the worm.
That's what I just said. That's what I'm talking about. Don't you make a crap up like that all the...
Oh, shit, he zooked out. I forgot about this. He made the zook face before he would do it. The actual setup. A lot of people think it's, when he's hopping around and the crowd is spelling it out. W-O-R-M, right? And then he does like the belly flop move. But the true setup, the true tell to know that it was about to happen was the zook face. All right? The zook face. Yeah, Scotty Too Hottie and Grandmaster Flex? Too cool. And remember when they used to put the sunglasses on Rikishi and then he would start dancing his fat ass around the ring? He's fat! And he would start dancing his fat ass around the ring with them.
Here we go! Here we go! Here goes one of the hip-hop twins.
See, he's got to zook out first. This is the true setup. He's got to zook out. He's got to make sure the rest of the crowd is feeling the zook too. That zook energy.
He's feeling it! We're about to see it!
And the crowd is going mild.
Been gone a long time, but he's feeling it now! Easy worm! Easy worm! The worm from Scotty Too Hottie!
And all of that for a throat chop. Like all of that hot dogging and grandstanding for a throat chop. I mean, like, I know, what was it? The Rock with the people's elbow. He did a similar thing, take off the elbow pad all slow, run the ropes back and forth, and then just drop a big elbow, right? But at least that looked a little bit more impactful than the fucking throat chop there. But it's still great. It's still a good time. And, the crowd's having fun. They're into it.
Oh, you gotta love
it. Raising the roof. Raising the roof. This is from oh, shit. Daryl Whaley. Getting those waifus dancing.
When Chicken Mania runs wild. I lost it over this commercial.
Chicken Mania. Let's go. Total flute victory. Oh, and with that, Daryl Whaley is actually taking over Stream Boss. I thought T-Bone Tony was going to hold on to the title till the end of the night. He had a very respectable health bar there, but Daryl Whaley comes in with the power of the flute. Total flute victory. He comes in and takes over Stream Boss now with 51.88. Based health bar right there. Thank you so much, Daryl Whaley. All right, that was Tavern's Poll that sent the worm in there. Next up, we got another one from Michael Russum. It just says a classic. Now, that's the same one you sent in before, but that one did come through both times. So I owe you one. Michael Russum. Because that's the same link, unless you meant to put a different link in there. You can put the link in chat. Perga B says, all I can say is I do miss gimmicks like Too Cool. Oh, dude, definitely. That was when wrestling was the most fun, when they had gimmicks like that, when they would have stuff that the crowd would get into. That's why I liked the late 80s, early 90s sort of Hulkamania era, because they had a lot of stuff like that too. And, you know, Attitude Era, you know, you had Too Cool and a few others, but it was also a lot of wrestlers trying to be badasses and replicate the success of Stone Cold Steve Austin. So it's kind of, you know, a little bit hit or miss there. But even NWO, when Scott Hall would come out and take the survey, right? And do the whole too sweet, right? Yeah, the good old Monday Night Wars and the Attitude Era. Damn. I've been zooking out. I need to get something to drink. Wow. Almost lost my voice there for a second. Going a little too crazy with all the wrestling throwbacks here. But thank you. Really appreciate it, man. Michael Rossum, you can send in another link since it looked like you doubled up on that one. Duo Maxwell is up next and said, Kid Muscle has the power. He's also kind of nuts. This guy could save the universe if only he had some guts. Anyone up for some wrestling anime? Depends on which one it is. Anime is very hit or miss, just in general, but especially the wrestling ones.
Big bad boys from outer space. Get a body slam, the human race.
Wait, I think I saw these guys in Lucha Underground. Isn't that the dragon guy?
Wrestlers race to our defense with strength and speed and flatulence.
Oh, no, come on.
Heroes join the operation from different planets and different nations. There's an intergalactic federation to monitor the situation. Catch each and every confrontation.
Only broadcast on this station. Well, the fun must have planet behind the mask they hid. The face of our new champion. King Bear had a kid. Muscle has the power. He's also kind of nuts. This guy could save the universe. If he only had some guts.
Ultimate Muscle. It sounds familiar. I think this was a little bit past my time. Like, this is probably when I stopped watching cartoons and stuff. I was thinking I was too cool for school. But it does sound familiar.
That time when the great
sure
Io Shirai was in Lucha Underground.
That time when was Io. Oh, the great Io Shirai. So they had some Japanese wrestlers in there too. That's pretty cool. Like I said before, wrestling is very popular in Japan. And they would do some cross promotions too. Sometimes they would have American wrestlers go over there. I mean, Hulk Hogan wrestled over there. And then every now and then some of their wrestlers would come over here. It seemed a little bit more common for the American wrestlers to go there, though. But thank you, Joe Maxwell, for that one. Next up from War Wicked says, a young heart never gets old. So true. So true. Let's see what you got here. Hello, nurses.
Well, it's the big show. Oh, here we go. You can't see me. Show tonight. Look at this. Look at that. That's it. Yeah. Oh, come on now. This is ridiculous. What a great move!
WWE Raw بدمك كل خميس على NBC Action.
What language was that? I didn't even realize this was a foreign commercial. That's crazy. Yeah, that's gonna be all of us in the senior living home. That's gonna be us for sure. We're gonna have wrestling matches dressed up as our favorites from back in the day. Oh shit, what just happened? Okay. Had a little graphical glitch there. Stream still up? Stream should still be up. Yeah, we're good. We're good. All right. Thank you, War Wicked, for that one. Next up, we got from Chester Stevens. Says Doink the Clown cutting a promo for his match against the undefeated Tatanka Buffalo. Man, my voice is really giving out. I think I was shouting too much tonight. Better be careful.
Mirror, mirror, in my hand, where does Tatanka really stand? The Native American who is undefeated in the World Wrestling Federation. Ah! What a feather in his cap! He looks awful ridiculous, though, don't you think? With that red streak down his head. And he's always worshiping up above. He's worshiping his gods. When actually, he should be paying attention. Paying attention to me. What he is going to face. Because when I'm through with him, that red streak will probably turn yellow.
Damn. That was actually a pretty good promo. Dude, Doink was underrated. Doink was very underrated. Like, that was a good promo, and he could wrestle pretty well too. And remember, like, the entrance theme music, that creepy clown music? Yeah, that was good stuff. All right, we got the replacement clip from Michael Russum here real quick before we go on to the next one. Let's see what you got. Getting busy. Yeah, R.I.P. Matt Bourne. He was the original Doink. There's been a couple of people to take up the mantle, but he was the original and the best. Making me dizzy. Is anything gonna happen here? No, you're good, man. I'm just joking around. It's Rocky Maivia. Ooh. Oh no, wait, is he The Rock at this point? Yeah, he's doing like the mannerisms of The Rock. Yeah, he's definitely The Rock at this point. Is he supposed to be like a Klingon or something? Is this Star Trek? This is from Star Trek Voyager. Is he supposed to be like a Klingon?
Superior strength and their bad temper. I hear they have a tendency to throw their opponents into the stands. Be ready to duck.
Gotta see who the opponent is. Wait a minute. Whoa, I was not expecting that. I thought it was gonna be another wrestler. What the hell? Wasn't expecting a waifu. Isn't that 7 of 9? Oh man. I don't know how much of this clip I can actually play, but I wouldn't mind seeing a bit of the fight. Just a bit.
So is all your talk.
She kicks high. Isn't she part Borg? So, I mean, you know, because otherwise the strength difference would be insane.
I have no desire to inflict further damage.
I'm afraid I can't say the same.
Oh, got her with the clothesline. Damn. Oh, she kicks high again. Damn. All right, well, that was from Star Trek Voyager, if anybody's interested. I don't know the exact episode, but apparently The Rock fights 7 of 9. So thank you, Chester Stevens, for that one. Next up from Duo Maxwell, it says, when 3 Saiyans invade the world of wrestling. Now, wait a minute. I have a feeling I know what this is going to be. This isn't actual. Oh, no. I was just, because like when the Kenny Omega entrance that we saw earlier, when he was dressed as Sephiroth, when you first sent the super chat, I thought, oh, is there like a wrestling episode of Dragon Ball Z? No. It's another entrance where they're dressed as DBZ characters. Oh, no. All right, brace yourselves, chat. This is going to be pretty janky. I mean, if you can't tell by the big box of bootios on the screen right now, you just know it's going to be pretty fucking jank. Oh, wait.
Oh my God.
Oh, shit. To prepare for the jank, okay? I told you to prepare for the jank. Holy shit. That's unreal. Thank you, Duo Maxwell. Next up from Crossfire, it says, evening, Baconeers. Go to 319 to see the greatest ring announcer in the world. Really? Okay, that's quite the declaration. Let me cue this one up real quick. 319. Oh, no, actually, you're right. You're right. You are.
You're really stacked, aren't you?
The crowd roars T-Bone as he takes Daryl down. They know he plays with courage until the final bell is sound.
Oh, and with that, T-Bone Tony has resumed position in Stream Boss, taking it back from Daryl Waylick. He comes running in with a tornado DDT.
Let's go. Thank you, T-Bone Tony. Appreciate that, man. And as we're about to see, Crossfire was spot on. This is the best ring announcer of all time. Even if he mispronounces more names than I do on a typical stream, here you go. The one and only Scott Steiner, a man of multiple talents here. I bet you didn't know he also did ring announcing too, right? Thought he was just a wrestler and did arm wrestling and stuff with Triple H. No, he's also a ring announcer. But as you're about to see, he mispronounces more words than I do, or more names rather, and words too, like mesmerized.
This next contest,
This next contest.
This next contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, hailing from Dunkin' Donuts.
He's just making up where they're from, and it's fucking amazing.
Hailing from Dunkin' Donuts, from the great state of obesity.
From the great state of obesity. Holy shit. Hailing from Dunkin' Donuts, the great state of obesity in the next contest.
Team 3D. Now, introducing for the main event mafia, from Venice Beach, California, the current DNA.
Oh, let's go. Rocking out with Jubilee here.
Okay, I'm game. Volek Mania gonna run wild.
Oh, Volek Mania. It pronounced it Volek. Is it really with a V? I've been saying Waylick. Is it Volek? Who's right? Who's right there, Daryl? Waylick Mania or Volek Mania, depending on who's reading it. I wonder how Scott Steiner would say it. You know, how would Scott Steiner say it? It's running wild, and Daryl Waylick has resumed control of Stream Boss. Let's go. All right, so let's see who the opponents for these two. They're fat from Dudleyville.
Best way to shop.
Oh, thank you, Perga B. Appreciate it, man. Look at that. Yuri never passes the stealth check. She fails every single time. But thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Ma'alik. Jason Long says Ma'alik. So yeah, we've got from the great state of obesity, hailing from Dunkin' Donuts, the Dudleys. And let's see wwho their opponents are here.
Venice Beach, California, the current TNA World Heavyweight Champion. I give to you the icon, Sting! Stizzing in the hizza!
What was that at the end? Holy shit, man. That's great. I'm glad we've got a bunch of Scott Steiner clips tonight, man. So much fun. Thank you, Crossfire, for that one. Next up is from Daharka88. And it says there are pro player, casual ones, and then those who play for fashion. That almost sounds like some sort of wrestling promo right there. Let's see what you got.
Tasma, Zelina Vega. Now,
I almost thought this was a video game cutscene when it first loaded in.
Tasma.
Like right there, because of all the weird like graphics that they have on the screen and stuff. I was like, oh, did Street Fighter have like a wrestling mode, or did they put Street Fighter characters in a wrestling game? But no, this is more of the cosplay. Apparently the wrestler's been doing a lot of video game cosplay lately.
Zelina Vega. Now, you might notice Zelina is dressed as...
You gonna keep me waiting, babe? You gonna keep me waiting, babe?
Man, she did the full entrance pose and everything. Pretty impressive. And you know what's it's even a little crazier because her top is like smaller than Yuri's top. Like or is it Yuri or Jury? Is it Jury? I don't know. But it's kind of like it's already pretty small in the game. Somehow she managed to make it smaller in real life. That's pretty wild. Well, is the other girl a Mortal Kombat character? That would have been awesome. If the other girl she was fighting was a Mortal Kombat character. Yeah, with a J. Okay, Jury. That would have been awesome. Oh, she's doing the pose again.
It's the power right there. What the hell are you even talking about? Street Fighter. Oh.
I like the comparison, how they show the stuff from the game, like to see how accurate she got it.
Such a lovely face.
Just electrocute everything. It's the power right there. Even talking about.
Yeah, I figured when she did the thing with her foot, I'm like, that's got to be another Jury move.
Street Fighter. I believe she lost him.
And that too. That one too. Yeah. Yeah, man, she went all out. Actual gamer girl here went all out.
Balance and how
Judy wins.
Judy.
Vega with it. Wow.
Oh, KO. She's out of there. Oh man, well, it's a shame she didn't win. Then we could have seen like the victory pose too. But thank you, Daharka88, for that one. Good stuff. We got a double header here, back to back from Daharka. Next, it says, "You will jump in the ring for your will you jump in the ring for your waifu?" Well, yeah, you got to save the day, right? No. Wait, is that Rogue? That's supposed to be Rogue over there? That is Rogue.
K comes into the ring, YAMS out, distracts Daryl as T-Bone runs him down from behind, throws him out of the ring.
Oh, Daryl, no. Daryl, you got felted by K's out. K's out. And you got KO'd. Oh, man, felted. T-Bone. Resuming stream boss with a 69 hit points on that health bar there. My goodness. Yeah, this is like a rogue cosplayer. I don't even know who the other guy is supposed to be. And this is X-Men Evolution Rogue, specifically, like the goth rogue. She's kicking his ass. Wait, is he supposed to be Casey Jones? Is it Casey Jones from the Power... Or, I don't know why I said Power Rangers. From Ninja Turtles. Oh, she did the absorbing touch. No powers. That's a disqualification. disqualification. You can't use powers. Yeah, can't use powers. Disqualified. Oh shit. Thank you to Harka88 for that. I wasn't expecting to see that. That's pretty crazy. Next we got one from T-Bone and says, just something extra, the only wrestling that I watch these days. All right, let's see what you got. There's a timestamp here. Start at 3:10. Let me cue it up. Let's see, 3:10. The only wrestling that you watch is video game. Okay. I mean, fair enough. There are some pretty cool custom characters on there, but let's see what this is.
Ooh, that knee knocking the wind out of him.
Whipping into the wheelbarrow, up and into the
wheelbarrow into the DDT.
Will that be the finishing touch?
That's a slow count. That's a slow count. That ref is crooked.
They weathered the storm.
Was that Zelda music at the end? What the fuck was that music at the end? It sounded like Legend of Zelda or something. Thank you though, T-Bone. Next up from Tavern's Poll, it says, we all need a waifu announcer like this to introduce us at the start of a match. Well, we already know Scott Steiner's the best ring announcer, but a waifu ring announcer isn't a bad idea too. Let's see which one you got here. Is this from a video game or is this an actual show? Because it looks a little janky. Like I can tell they're trying to make it look like anime, but it has that weird like 3D cell shaded to look like 2D effect. So I can't tell if this is from a video game or meant to be an actual show. It's an anime. It's an actual show. Yeah, Kengan Ashura. Grappler, what was his name? Baki, the Grappler Baki or something like that. This looks super janky. Like really, like Berserk 2016 levels of jank. Yeah, this is like Berserk 2016 levels of jank. And it sounds like her voice is about to give out worse than mine. But thank you, Tavern Spool. Nani? T-Bone has got another one for us here. It says, different sport, but this would make a great wrestling victory speech. Look at Godzilla go.
A happy moment. Lady Poison comes in and interferes with the count as Daryl puts T-Bone in a submission hold.
Oh shit, interference! Interference! This is crazy. Things are heating up here in the battle for Stream Boss. Who will take home the title tonight? Daryl and T-Bone are neck and neck. Thank you for that one. A happy moment indeed. I always like watching Godzilla dance like that. All right, so this, speaking of T-Bone, this next one is from him, and it says it's not wrestling, but this would make a good wrestling speech, victory speech. All right, let's see what you got.
Ready?
See what you got.
Right up them. That's what you did. You stuck it right up them.
I like his energy. Hold on, let me start from the beginning though.
Ready? Stuck it right up them.
Stick a rod up them? Is that what he's saying? Holy shit.
That's what you did. You stuck it right up them. Yeah. Oh, what a bloody relief. We're on national television. Oh.
I like how he calms down. He's like, oh, what a relief. like, whoa, buddy.
Oh, sorry. Just for a moment. I'm sorry about that. It wasn't a great third quarter, but the boys fought back very, very well in the final term. Yeah, it was an excellent. It's an excellent win for the players.
They all deserve a tremendous amount of applause from everybody here tonight, the way they played the game. We are very much relieved, I can assure you of that.
It's like, buddy, 30 seconds ago, you were screaming at the top of your lungs to stick a rod up them, man. He's trying to gain his composure, you know, like, oh, yeah, sorry about that. It's like, whoa, buddy. Thank you, T-Bone. That was... I don't know if they're going to put that on a t-shirt anytime, you know? Normally they take the wrestler catchphrases and they put them on a t-shirt, right? I don't know that one's going to make it. I don't know that one's going to make it onto a t-shirt, but still good. Still good, though. Thank you. Next from Daryl. All right. The stream boss battle raging back and forth. Oh, wait. You know what? That was actually part of the battle there. Either that or you forgot the link because it has a timestamp, but there's no link. We start with Smack Talk and end with my version of the super kick. Try not to laugh. I dare you. Daryl, can you send the link in the chat? You don't have to do another super chat unless you're trying to reclaim Stream Boss, but it looks like you're currently holding the Stream Boss. So you can just send a regular chat there. The link's not showing up. It's not showing up for whatever reason. And you know how the ever since the update, like a month or so back, I can't expand these messages. I've got the timestamp, but no link, unless you sent it in a later. Did you send it in a later super chat and I just haven't gotten there yet? I don't know. What's up, Triforce Kid? Let's see. In the meantime, I'll go to the next one real quick here from Duo Maxwell. It says, when a black nerd and a black cop fight in a wrestling ring, this just sounds like the start of a joke. And I wonder if we already saw it earlier, but let's check it out. Let's see what you got.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Did that say Wrestle-Rama? Is that Wrestle-Rama?
first the challenger.
Shit.
Those fierce freaks of the forest, the hoods of the woods, the brothers of Bash, the bushwhackers.
Oh no. You gotta watch it. These guys were actually crazy. And they would like lick people. It was really gross. But I won't deny that me and my buddies back in school, you know, my fellow bacon bits back in school, we would walk around like this all the time. This bushwhacker walk, this like march that they would do. Hopefully you'll get to see it here. We would walk around like this all the time. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Oh no, is he gonna lick her? Don't tell me. He's gonna lick. He's licking her face. Oh no, the waifu's been licked. Oh, and she led a motorboat. Wait, whoa, buddy. This is a family show. Oh, buddy, no. Yeah, we would march around like that, though. We would do the bushwhacker stomp. Lifting, lurking, and licking. That pretty well describes the bushwhackers, actually. Lifting, lurking, and licking. They were the original Glurons.
The demented demons of destruction, the Psycho Twins.
Why did the bass drop? Why did the bass drop? Is this some sort of weird edit? His face, man. Look at that side eye, giving him the side eye. Holy shit. And then right there.
Well, excuse me, princess.
Zelda kicks Daryl down, steps on him, T-Bone breaks free.
Oh no, T-Bone coming back with the Zelda stomp, the goth Zelda stomp there. And I don't know why that one has been glitching out just as much as the Nicolas Cage one lately. It only plays the last little bit. We don't even see the full pan up. We were robbed. Show is this?
Into the mind of a maniac, doomed to be a killer since I came out the nutsack. I'm in a murderous.
Yeah, they definitely replaced the soundtrack here. Do they actually like wrestle them at all, or is it like a?
Just you see, I'm quick to let the hammer go click on my Tech 9. So if you try to wreck mine, fool, it's your bedtime. Feel the blast from the chocolate bomber. Infrared aimed at your head like your name was Sarah Connor. Decapitation, I ain't hesitating to put you in a funeral home with a bullet in your dome. I'm hot like lava. You got a problem? I got a problem solver. And his name is Revolver. It's like a.
You going for? Oh, was that?
Game of freeze tag. I bet you with the 44 mag and your frozen.
I wish they didn't put the music over the whole thing.
Terror illustrates my error. Now I can't hang around my mama cause I scare her.
He's got him in the torture rack.
Yeah, what's up? It feels like
the
I'm
big
busting a nut
spinneroonie.
when I open you up cause your body is
Oh,
exposed.
and he's out. Ring out. Ring out. Man, the music kind of ruins it though, man. That's a shame. But thank you though. It's still a funny clip. Still a funny clip. Yeah, what the Grashu says, what the fuck am I watching? Yeah, good question, man. Thank you though, Duo Maxwell. Next up from War Wicked says, this is a video you requested a few months ago. Oh, look at Godzilla go.
A happy moment.
That is a happy moment. Thank you, Daryl. Oh, you didn't have to do a super chat. You could have just put that. Oh, but you know what? You were wanting to reclaim Stream Boss. And with that, you have. You have indeed reclaimed Stream Boss. No ring announcement necessary. Just Godzilla doing the happy dance. A happy moment as Daryl reclaims T-Bone. What's he gonna do when Godzilla Mania dances all over you? All right. Next up from War Wicked. That's right. The video that I requested a few months ago. I don't even remember this. You've got a better memory than I do, but let's see what you got here. Let's see what you got. What the fuck?
Crossfire, you'll get caught up in the crossfire.
Yeah!
Crossfire, you'll get caught
What is
up in
happening?
the crossfire. Crossfire, you'll get caught up in the crossfire. Yeah! Crossfire, you'll get caught up in the crossfire. Yeah!
Okay, that was awesome. That was awesome. And he did indeed get caught up in the crossfire. And yes, this is Steel Panther. I see people in the chat saying, I think this is Steel Panther. Yes, it is indeed Steel Panther. And we are getting caught up in the crossfire. Oh, man, I'm kind of hoping there was more to that. I want the full song. I want the full extended song. Thank you, War Wicked. Yeah, good memory, man. Thank you for that. Daryl's up next and says, don't mess with these referees. Fun note, your girlfriend used to wrestle. Used to wrestle. Did she wrestle in the indies? Was she the rogue in that one clip? Was that her? And I've got a timestamp here, so let me get this queued up. It was 2:30. Okay, 2:30. Give me 1 second. Extreme officiating. Getting extreme. Oh shit, the referee's getting involved.
He doesn't look like he is being. He's gonna be fired. Shane McMahon, poor girl, had it. And look at him. The senior official knocking
he's going against Triple H. This guy is insane.
What do you mean? He's crazy. This is a hellacious ride. That's a low 300-pound plus.
Referee
And the choke
retaliation.
slam from
Are we going to get more
There's no way
ref
this
interference?
is over. We got us a new WWE.
Oh, that's not retaliation. That's just interference. They pulled him out of the ring. It's a referee rebellion.
The referees just pulled out Corderas.
Oh, shit. They're stomping a mud hole in him. They're stomping a mud hole in him. It's a referee uprising. The referee revolution.
Rob giving Kyoto some instructions.
No, come on! Isn't enough enough? Stop the match or do something!
What's he gonna do? The referee's elbow? Kyoto. I have seen it all now.
Oh, and he drops the elbow. The referee's elbow is dropped down. Holy shit, man. The refs are having too much fun. They're having too much fun here. That's crazy. Thank you, Daryl. Warwicked is up next with another one. Says, Rock is the right of all sentient beings. Well, I guess I'm supposed to say that as Optimus.
Rock is the right of all sentient beings. Now, are you talking rock music or rock
I said that wrong. Rock the Dwayne Johnson. You talking about Rock the Dwayne Johnson? Rock music. Now, wait a minute. This isn't wrestling at all. Why? Why do you keep sending me this? Why? No. I hate it. This is nightmare fuel. No, stop thrusting. Stop thrusting. Brian says, feed them to the Sharkticons. Warwicked says, I've been gone for 3 months. Sorry. No, dude, I'm joking around. I guess if you were gone for 3 months, you might have missed it, but there was a previous stream. I think it was the robot one, the robot themed one. And there were like 2 or 3 of these videos sent in. And it was, I don't know, it's something weird about it. Like their costumes, kind of like Uncanny Valley. I was just like, man, this is nightmare fuel. And people kept sending them in. So it became kind of a running gag. You know, so I'm like, are you trolling me? But no, it's funny, dude. I obviously appreciate the super chat and it's funny. You know, don't take it personal. It's just all jokes. But yeah, if you missed it though, that's where the meme began of me being like, why do people keep sending me this? Because it just kept coming in. I mean, I do like this song. Like, if they're going to play any song, this is the best one. Yeah, Decepticon trolling. It is. It's those damn dirty Decepticons trolling me again. All right. Unicron can shred. Is this Gwar? Lynch85 asks, is this Gwar? She won me over with that one, okay? It won me over at the end there when she was like belting it out, actually hitting those notes. That all right, okay. You won me over. You won me over with that one. Yeah, RC can belt it out, man. Yeah, can't deny it. You won me over there. Thank you, Warwicked. Next up from Duo Maxwell, it says, and finally from me, when Hulkamania and the Macho Man unite forces and the mega powers are born. Now, hopefully this is the original handshake. We saw the coked out one earlier from Michael Russum, which was still fun to see because Hulk was talking about the world exploding because they were how many drugs they were on. But let's see if we see the original handshake, which is the most dramatic one. It's my personal favorite when they do.
I've got somebody watching my.
Okay, it is a different clip. I don't know if this is the original, but it is a different clip, so we'll check it out.
Back. Somebody.
Oh, we got Miss Elizabeth there. Now that's how many of you when you were young bacon bits, if you were into wrestling, I mean, if you weren't into wrestling when you were a young bacon bit, then this doesn't apply. But to those of you that when you were a young bacon bit, you were watching the Hulkamania era, WWF, Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, all them. How many of you of Miss Elizabeth was like the first crush? You know what I mean? Like a lot of people I know are more like kind of 90s kids, I guess. And so they'll say Kimberly from the Power Rangers was their first crush. But for me, Miss Elizabeth.
I can trust.
Who, Elizabeth?
Somebody.
Not a good she did last time, right, McMahon? I don't think that's...
Somebody in this building right now. And that somebody is my tag team partner. And I got me a tag team partner. Andre the Giant and Ted DiBiase have got me a tag team partner. And he's the greatest tag team partner that anybody in the world could ever have.
That ain't you, Vince.
He comes right back.
Yes! Look out, Vince!
And he's zooked out. And yeah, he's zooked out. Look at that. Look at his eyeballs about to burst forth from his skull right there.
Look out, Vince! That's the Macho's partner.
And he's zooking out. He's on all the zook the Macho Man could ever need. This is what makes a great tag team partner right here.
We don't care about the phone call that Andre the Giant and the $1 Million Man know about it. We don't care because number one, you and I are fighting for different things, man. You and I are fighting for the love of all those Hulkamaniacs, for the love of all the madness, yeah. Number two, Macho Man, you and I are fighting for the same lady, brother.
Whoa, buddy. They're fighting over the waifu. Look at his fucking face, man. The Zook face.
Is now our manager, and you and I are fighting for her honor, Macho Man.
No way, I don't think so. Ha ha ha. Ooh, wow.
But the third thing, Macho Man, the third thing we're fighting for is for the cause. Just like the phone call that was heard around the world, the handshake between you and me that will unite us as one being. The handshake of the madness and the mania together will formally be felt.
Oh no, here it comes. Look at, oh shit. You can see the lightning bolts sparking between the hands.
And around the world, we will make the world stand still because this is the first public shaking of the mega power.
This is the first public shaking.
Because this is the first public shaking.
Even Macho Man looks back at the camera like, what the fuck is he talking about? This is the first public shaking, brother.
World stand still because this is the first public shaking of the mega powers, brother.
Whoa!
What was that? Wait, what was that? What is he? Is he like whispering sweet nothings into his ear? What the fuck? Ah, yeah. What? You couldn't hear what I said. I just whispered something hilarious, though. Yeah. Holy shit. It's so... Yeah, even Miss Elizabeth was zooked out, man. They were all on the zook. Oh, buddy. Thank you, Duo Maxwell, for that one, man. Good stuff. Between that and the one Michael Russum sent in, it's like, there you go. The mega powers have officially formed. The public shaking has happened. The public zooking. The public zooking is happening. Next up from Daryl, we got another one here. It says, when Chicken Mania runs wild, I lost it over this commercial. I can only imagine, dude. We've seen so much weird shit tonight. I don't think anything's gonna zook me out anymore. Damn. I mean, I almost lost my voice earlier. It's like we've been zooking out so much. This is crazy. Yeah, it was like he was chewing his ear off. I don't know. He was whispering sweet nothings. We saw the public shaking, but not whatever he was whispering.
No idea. Ask your father.
What's for dinner, Dad?
Ask your mother.
Why don't you ask me?
Is that Kenny Omega again?
No, I came to this event.
Oh no, it's the Colonel.
To be entertained. What do you know about chicken? Chicken? Anybody in their right mind knows that KFC's Chicken Little is the world's best chicken sandwich.
The Colonel's gonna lay the smack down.
Says who? Some old man in a white suit walking around with a beat stick?
Yeah, I think it's the Miz. Yeah, I think that's the Miz in the chicken suit.
Excuse me.
You heard.
He should have called him boy. Excuse me, boy.
Me, Sandy.
Oh, you don't disrespect the Colonel. It is Ace. Dude, I thought they were about to do the Edge meme right there when he walked into the smoke. I see clearly now. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. He just teleported. He just went through the mystic. That wasn't smoke. That was steam rising off of the Kentucky Fried Chicken. The secret recipe produces forth the magic steam that allows him to transcend space and time. And now the Colonel is in the kitchen with you. What you gonna do when Chicken Mania runs wild on you? His wristbands look, they're like KFC bucket with the red and white stripes. They're like little KFC bucket wristbands. This is fucking insane. Let's go. Let's go.
Didn't expect this!
Oh, and he sends him back through the mystical chicken steam, back through space and time into the WWE arena. Now he's ready to kick his ass proper. The Colonel is jacked as fuck. Woo!
Here we go! Ooh! Clothesline! Oh, he's fired up! Look at this! Big elbow drop!
He's given them all 7 of the secret herbs and spices. All 7.
That incredible athleticism. Look at this.
Oh, massive super kick. Oh, the Colonel delivers a massive super kick. Even the likes of Vince has never seen.
Yes. Oh, and there's a super kick. Oh. He got it.
That's finger licking good. Holy shit. Finger licking good with the massive super kick. Knocking out the chicken. Whatever that chicken was called. Pluppers or whatever. Oh, yeah. He baked his biscuits and buttered his bread. Holy shit. That was fucking hilarious. The Colonel's jacked as fuck. Hieoni is on. Thank you, Daryl, for that one, by the way. Chicken Mania. Yeah, I can see why you lost it over that commercial. That was hilarious. Chicken Mania is indeed running wild. Hieoni is up next, and it says that time when the great Io Shirai was in Lucha Underground. Oh, look, I thought we were done with Lucha after Prince was done, but no, we got one more. We got one more here. Visit to Lucha Underground. Let's see what we got.
Kiri is here. Of the triad.
That was Pentagon Jr. See, I'm remembering the other promos that have been sent in. So now I recognize the characters. That was Pentagon Jr.
Goku and Yuri, it seems like Kiri knows that she has to. Ooh, I hate to say it.
Yeah, I guess he was not going to then. I hate to say it, and they could have.
Yeah. You ended up in the back of an ambulance.
Low blow.
Showed it, man. Hito Kiri just doesn't even seem to budge.
Oh no. Shit! Stop kicking him in the nuts.
You think death?
What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh shit! Okay, that was pretty badass. That's what you get for kicking him in the nuts. Damn.
You think death? No.
Oh! I gotta see that one more time.
You think death? No.
Oh shit!
This test. Oh,
oh, he slapped her on the tits. That's what you get for kicking him in the nuts repeatedly like that. You get a big old boob slap.
Oh! One moves.
Holy shit, man. It's fucking brutal.
Pentagon dark.
Yeah, he's gone dark. He's gone dark. He's out of control.
Debuting Black Lotus Triad.
Ooh.
What a debut.
Holy shit.
Not if
like you can see, wrestling's fake and all, but you can't fake jumping off a, what is that, like 20 feet?
What a debut.
Holy shit, man.
Not if Pentagon has anything to say.
This is it. This is it. No.
Package pile driver. No.
Oh, it kicks him in the nuts again. Oh shit. Who is that supposed to hurt though? Wait a minute. It looks like she's on the bottom. It looks like she slammed herself. The self slam. The self body slam. The self felt. I'm pretty sure she was meant to like rotate a little bit more and make it into a pile driver, but it looks like she just self-felted herself and slammed because she's on the bottom of that. Look, she's taking the brunt of that. I don't think it was a reversal because now she's going for the pin. I don't think it was a reversal. That's what I'm saying. Like she self-felt. Yeah, see, she just got the 3 count.
That was a little bit of a botch. A little bit of a botch there. Botchamania running wild. But thank you, Hieoni, for that one. Next up, we got from Perga B. I think it's your first super chat, man. Appreciate that. Best way to shop. All right, let's see what you got here. Oh shit! Wait, was this supposed to? Okay, I think this was supposed to start here because there was like an embed timestamp. Just making sure this is where we're supposed to. Yeah.
Not the produce section.
Not the produce section.
Not the produce section.
You want some oranges?
Give him a potato. Give him a potato. Oh, not the condiments. Not the pickles. Oh no, he got him with the pickled okra, and now he's hitting him with the hot sauce.
Look at the pretty poinsettias. Look at the green flowers.
Look at the poinsettias.
Look at the pretty poinsettias.
Look at the pretty poinsettias.
Look at the green flowers. Different flowers.
Happy holidays.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have any grapefruit pie? There's a grapefruit. Come on.
He's stomping a mustard hole into him. Yeah, hit him with a potato. Oh, not the chestnuts. Oh, and then the walnuts. And now the peanuts. Oh, that's just insult to injury. Oh, he dumped the peanuts on himself. Get the potato. Get the potato. Yeah, potato. Hold on. He's actually getting the potato.
Where's potato? Like potato too. Here's potato.
Oh! Got the potato, mashed potato. Now, for anybody, look, I've used to be a pretty big wrestling nerd. I mean, you could probably tell by this stream, okay? But a potato is a term that the wrestlers use amongst each other for when you hit them, like, for real. You know, it's supposed to be fake. You're supposed to pull your punches, pull your kicks, and not actually hit them. But some wrestlers would work stiff. That's another phrase, which is like phrasing in and of itself. And maybe the reason why they don't say work stiff is that instead they say hit him with a potato. And that would be like an actual punch. So that's why I was actually hoping that he would hit him with the potato. And he did. So now I'm happy. Thank you, Pergaby. I'm geeking out over here. I'm just a big old nerd. But yeah, that was Pergaby. Let's see where we left off. And then, okay, last but certainly not least, from Daryl Walick, who looks to be holding on to the stream boss, Champion, El Champion. Daryl, sending in the link here to replace the one that was missing, and that means there's like a hold on. There's a timestamp. Let me scroll back down. 6:15. Okay. Let me go to the timestamp here. Here we go. And I'll even reread the message from the timestamp. It said, we start with smack talk and end with my version of the super kick. Try not to laugh. I dare you. All right. So he's giving us a try not to laugh challenge here. Let's see what you got.
A WWE superstar should be, has had surgeries that have taken him out of action. You have had surgeries.
I'm already failing it. Yeah, Stephanie with her big fake knockers there.
Action. You have had surgeries.
I'm gonna take care of that smelly, nasty animal. And I'm gonna get you too, Rhino.
Her reactions are great. Like, you know, they knew a lot of this was coming. I don't know if they scripted it out like word for word, but they knew like what was supposed to happen. Like, yeah, Jericho's gonna talk shit and da-da-da. And she always took it like a champ. Like, she would have these really great reactions and it really added to it, man. Like this was also sort of that peak, right before, it was like the tail end of the Attitude Era. You know, it was like the turn of the century. This is like peak, man. Good stuff. Oh shit, Brock Lesnar.
Here comes Brock! And here comes Lesnar! And Rollins is running! Rollins!
On, you're fired.
Oh, the massive super kick in a business suit. So how appropriate too. Daryl Whalek coming back, taking over the Stream Boss from T-Bone. And then as the final clip of the night, delivering a massive super kick to Vince right there.
Fired.
Oh shit. And I like how he composes himself, make sure he didn't rustle up the suit too much there. Got to keep the composure, right? Yeah, zero distance. It's kind of like Bruce Lee with the 1-inch punch, but it's the Shawn Michaels zero distance super kick, the sweet chin music. Let's go. Fuck yeah, dude. That was awesome. All right, let me refresh one more time just to make sure we didn't miss anything, but I think that was all the links. Yep, that was the last one. All right, guys, hitting that 4-hour mark. It's the average. It's the new average for channel surfing. We hit that 4-hour mark every time, but that means it was a good show. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show as well. Be sure to like up the stream if you enjoyed the madness tonight. Let me shout out all the donos because big support tonight. We had massive support, not just the Stream Boss battle, but everyone that sent in a clip. Really big support from everyone. Lots of great clips too, man. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm about losing my voice just because how much I was enjoying these clips, laughing, screaming over them and stuff, man. Just having a good time. So I hope you guys did as well. Big shout out to all the donos here. Daryl Whalek, T-Bone, Tony, that battle that you guys were having. Purga B, Hiei Oni, Duo Maxwell. We got War Wicked in here. Let's see who else as I scroll down. War Wicked, Duo Maxwell, Wolvie, the 1/4 Jew. Oh, what the fuck? Tavern's Full is in here. Daharka 88. Crossfire, you'll get caught up in the crossfire. Chester Stevens, Painting and Rambling. Lady Poison, Michael Russum. Let's see who else. Prince of the Abyss. Let's see. Loki Thorson. Scrolling down. Alchemy is in here. And I think that might be it. If I missed anybody, when I scroll down pretty fast, sometimes it skips stuff, but I think I got all the donos. Thank you so much to everyone. And thank you to each and every one of you for viewing, for sticking around. 4 hours. It's like a marathon, you know, it's like what do they call that? The Iron Man match when you have to like wrestle for 3 hours straight, it, like takes up like half the pay-per-view. That Iron Man, all the Iron Man baconeers here that stuck it out to the end. Thank you so much because your time is valuable. So I appreciate you hanging around as well. I hope you enjoyed the show. We'll be back here 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on the main channel for sterner stuff on Friday. Going to be A-logging some cartoons and wrangling some waifus. So we'll be in for a good time, kicking off the weekend right with the Baconeers like we do every Friday night. All right, so hopefully I will see you guys there. Have a great rest of your night tonight. Have a good day tomorrow. If you're in the Discord, check out OBTV tomorrow for Pirates of Darkwater. That'll be we're gonna do like an episode extra because I missed last night. I fell asleep. So we're gonna do 6 episodes tomorrow. So we're gonna start a little early. So 7:30, okay, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're gonna do 6 episodes of Pirates of Darkwater. So check that out if you're in there. Otherwise, be back here 9 p.m. Eastern for sterner stuff. And then, of course, we'll be kicking off the weekend, Saturday morning cartoons, anime grindhouse, all that fun stuff. All right. Till next time, guys. Thank you again, everyone, for being here. Thank you to all the donos. Big support tonight. Really appreciate it. And all hail Daryl Whalek. All hail. Get those pizza rolls raining. Get that waifu swinging. A well-fought battle. A very well-fought battle indeed. So, message me, let me know which waifu you'd like to see get the pinup treatment to be wrangled in a future Sterner Stuff live stream. All right, guys, until next time, stay awesome, stay based. God bless you all, and remember,
until all is one.
Yes, until all is one.
Thank you for visiting me. It's been real.
Tomorrow.
Goodbye, ninjas.
She's simply awesome. She dashed by me in painted on jeans. And all had turned 'cause she was the cream. In the blink of an eye, I knew her number and her name. Yeah. She said I was the tiger she wanted to tame. Caribbean queen, now we're sharing the same dream, and our hearts they're beating one. No more love on the run. I lose my cool when she steps in the room. And I get so excited just from her perfume. Electric eyes that you can't ignore. And passion